This is our gorgeous house that I built off stream the other day. Now, I did say, as a way to apologise for building it off stream, that if you would like me to recreate it on stream at some point, I can do it on one of my... I've got a test server that I have from all my fancy builds on. So if you'd like me to recreate it... Oh wait, I left Sada's work table here. Can I just remove that? There you go. Yes, so if you want me to, if there's a clamour for it, I can build it on stream. We'll play a bit of music and I'll just build it on stream and I'll just recreate this situation. I've only shown it once, so I guess we'll have a little run around and then I'll show you upstairs because I did do the level 60 benches since last stream. This is our kind of lovely gardens. We've got 2 gardens with like skylights flanking kind of like the wings of the house, or on the wings on the sides of the house, either side of the house. I don't know how you say it. This is like stable flooring with like the hay flooring from the Riders of Hyboria DLC. We've got some like Argosian pillars. Most of this is all Turanian stuff. These are like the Turanian foundation pieces that are, how do I say, like an add-on in the bazaar. I went through the whole thing like in detail last stream. I think it was last stream. Argosian doors, just because I fancied something kind of red, just to kind of like mix it up a bit. I'll show you. I built it in creative mode. I told you about multiple times I would do it in creative mode. I've spent 8,000 hours in this game, many of which hitting rocks and giving myself RSI. No more, people. So when I want to build, which I find incredibly relaxing, quite often I will do it in creative mode. I wanted to try this kind of like Turanian tent style set that was in the bazaar and will return to the bazaar at some point. Let me show you the pieces. And what I liked about it, because I've never used it before, they gave it to me to kind of try out a long time ago. When they first brought it out, it had some issues with clipping. I guess we could go down to the ground there if we wanted to, perhaps. It had some issues with clipping and now it seems to be a lot better. So I didn't really play around with it when it first came out. And I thought I would just kind of give it a bit of a go. What? Oh my God, what is she doing? Got my follower over there. Hold on a second. Could you bring yourself around here, madam? If I touch the ground, you should teleport to me. We only got that Sumerian Berserker like last time. Bum bum doo doo doo. Where is she? Do I need to rescue her? Bum bum. Can I? Where? Oh God, she's all the way up here. Hold on a second. We're in creative, but just clear up the mess. Okay, note to self before I fly around the building, place my berserker somewhere. Here, lady. Come and stand over here. Have a little drink. There you go. All right, it's like nothing ever happened. So there you go. Turanian set that was in the bazaar. These are storm glass ceiling pieces. I never mentioned those before, I don't think. I always like to have a map room on the roof wherever possible because, one, it gives me an opportunity to look at the great view. And this is such a lovely area, a real favourite of mine, especially now that Almaria has gone. It's back to its former glory. So we have some storm glass pieces for the roof, like these see-through things, a functional map room so we can travel around, that kind of thing. I wanted to put a lift here. The game said no. So we have stairs instead, and I actually kind of like it in the end, I think. So there you go. So that's kind of the base. What else can I show you? Oh, I do have these kind of cool little sections here, which I kind of did as a last-minute thing. Let me snooze. Yeah. Ads. Hello, people joining us. Welcome, everybody. I'm at work, so I have to go for now. Glad to come up and say hi. Thank you so much, Yosh. Have a lovely rest of your work situation. Hello, Jester. I refuse to rescue. They'll get back home one day. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved. Oh, it's an outrage. It's an outrage. Almost have most of the DLC. Nice. They're so good. Choo choo. Thank you so much for the hype train, people. Thank you all so much for the support. It was crazy. It was a PvP server. Tried to bring peace to the server. Nearly did it when some people from China came through and brought hacks in. Oh no. Made it impossible to play after that. Yeah. I just don't think I could. Oh my goodness.
Just cheered 100 bits.
Red Riding Hood, thank you for the further 100 bits. Thank you, lovely. So kind to you. Thank you. Hello, people. Hello. If I've missed anybody, hello. 2025 stair railings still don't have collision meshes. Yeah. I guess they do that so that you don't have an advantage from certain sets, maybe. Mods Conan. That one there. There you go, my list of mods and how to install them and all that stuff. Are you going to play Dune when it starts? Yes, I am. Yep. I'd rather play PvE with PvP zones if that's a thing. Like Dune, I guess, yeah. Oh my goodness, friendos.
Liam gifted a tier 1 subscription to just Lauren _exo.
Liam, thank you for gifting a sub to Lauren. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your ad-free viewing, friendos. Are you paying forward your gift from Tweaky? Ah, that's so sweet. Did 0 say to 8? What did 0 say to 8? Nice belt. Rook, these are outrageous jokes. Terrible jokes. Terrible, terrible jokes. Yes, I will be playing Dune. So yes, so with these lovely like curved pieces, so you do have this like ceiling piece. They don't have foundations. I would like it if they would kind of extend this a bit. But there's ceiling pieces you can kind of just put to the side. Oh goodness. What happened?
Kevin
oh, Kevin.
H __
Goodness me.
tipped £50.
Kevin!
I'm sure I heard Squeaky sulking and feeling left out. Here is a little cheer me up for Squeaky.
Kevin, thank you so much for the big tip again. Thank you so much. That's huge. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. Squeaky will get some treats, okay? Squeaky will get some treats. Squeaky's like a freaking princess, honestly. Thank you very much. That's huge. Goodness me. Server my friends run is about to die since I'm the only person who plays on it. Makes me sad because he built a scale replica of Nibelheim from Final Fantasy VII to live in. I see. Was it a PvE server? We have, by the way, we have our own servers. If anybody love to see pictures on the Conan channel, yeah, definitely, yeah. Put some pictures in the Conan channel and Discord. That's a good idea, Kel. If anybody wants to join our servers, by the way, we have an Isle of Sipta server and a Exiled Lands server. No paywall. Everyone's welcome. PvE friendly, 2 times harvesting. Yeah, quality of life mods only, the same as my game, basically. Squeaky gets treats, Treaty gets squeaks. Okay, chat's in a weird mood today. Oh, I haven't had not a single fatal error crash. No, lizard, no. Has anybody else here had them? I have seen a couple of comments in the Discord about fatal error crashes. Not a single one, no. No, but bear in mind, quite often single player is kind of sheltered from a lot of bugs. I don't know if you guys feel that. There's certain bugs that I always experience on official servers I just don't get in single player, like the Thrall Taker journey worked perfectly well in single player last patch. And the inventory bug doesn't exist in single player. I haven't had that at all, but that's obnoxious on servers. I still need to get some footage. I'm going to try and do that this weekend for Funcom. The inventory bug, if it still persists. Must be a bad mod, can't figure out which one it has to do with some kind of animation. So type 1 if you've had a fatal error crash in this patch chat. And if you have, let us know if you have any mods. Okay, let's get some info. Had 2 for some reason, haven't had any in a few days on single player. Oh, a couple, there you go. Had the intro sound play while I was in game, did you? I asked my cat what 2 minus 2 is. He said nothing. Okay. 0 in this patch. Okay, yes, with mods, yep. Okay. Lauren, did you have any mods on yours? I have been able to skip the intro, which I'm kind of glad about, I have to say. Okay, so yes, so I like these little sections here because we have these little sleeping bits for our friendos. I just kind of placed these under the stairs initially and then ended up kind of extended it. And then I was like, oh, we've got a bit of room. We could put like these curved sections. So I actually really like them. It kind of seems like, it feels like this is a big fancy hotel and we've just got some little sections for like staff or like, I don't know, weary travellers. We just like, oh, let's set up a little tent for them or something. There you go, anyway. There's one on the there you go counter, at least for today. All right, so that's the base. There you go. We need some new words, people. Okay, so I'm going to run you through the benches that I've made because we have recently hit level 60. And if you're new to the game, you're going to want to know which benches to make once you get to kind of high level, which are going to be the best for you. And the benches that I always choose are the ones that are the most efficient for crafting. So they're going to have the least crafting cost because that's what happens with the higher tier benches is that things are better for crafting costs, basically. There are some other benches that are gorgeous looking, and always periodically I think to myself, I need to build a bigger base so I can put multiple different types of crafting benches, because some of them look really, really nice. But I never use them because they are not the most efficient. So there you go. So when it comes to armourers benches and blacksmith benches, you want to look for the word garrison. So garrison armourers bench. This is just a basic tanner's table. It doesn't change when you get to level 60, although there is a journey. I didn't do that actually. I could make this improved tanner's table at some point. I guess we'll do that. There is an improved tanner's table. It is also bigger though, so maybe I won't bother. You know what I mean? Maybe just leave the little one there. Okay, and then when it comes to tanneries and alchemy, you want to look for the word precision. Okay, so your crafting is precise, so which means you don't waste as many ingredients, and therefore it's better sort of economy. So the cost of crafting is best with precision tannery. There you go. So still saying there you go. Can't help it. Let's move on. There you go. So garrison blacksmith bench. Like I said, garrison blacksmith bench. Casting table's the same earlier and later. Tinker's bench doesn't change. And then for the furnace, I've gone for the heat efficient furnace. It's very quick. It holds a lot more stuff than the basic furnaces, and fits kind of nicely here. There you go. Shitting hell. Can't stop myself. I can't help it. What am I going to do? Okay. I'll try my best. So I put this little Corinthian seat here, which I thought was kind of cute. So I always like to have like a seating bit in our like crafting area, so I can just kind of sit and enjoy it. Some crafting things. Now, I did do the dismantler journey off stream because it's kind of a boring thing to do on stream, and I wanted to get rid of a bunch of things from my boxes. So where is dismantler, friendos? Can I find it? Oh, this is why we have search functions in games. There you go, dismantler. So I just did some basic things, put things in grinders, fluid press, made a basic dismantling bench, which is in the crafting in general tab on your build menu, and then dismantled an item, and then I got the recipe for the improved dismantling situation. And then this one here. So 150, so it's slightly more expensive, 150 bricks instead of 100 bricks, and then 100 insulated wood instead of 50 insulated wood. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I made an improved dismantling bench. So that means that when we put things into it, we'll get better materials. You just put things into here, just transfer them in. Be careful, because you might dismantle your favourite items, like a riptide spear or something like that. And then the ingredients will just sit in here. Okay, trying to avoid saying there you go, but said it anyway. I have moved my foraging stuff because I've moved the alchemy stuff to our kind of tavern situation. And then I made a precision carpenter's bench. So there you go. Precision, so carpenter's bench, tannery and alchemy benches. You want precision for those, okay? I like the bench. I always like to put it so that this wood bit here is away from the wall, because otherwise if you turn it the other way around, it looks like they're soaring directly into the wall. It doesn't really make sense to me. I do think I have a small problem with them pathing to it, so I might adjust the position slightly. Maybe put it at an angle, maybe move those like dryers or something. Haven't fully decided yet. My artisan table remains the basic one. I have moved my how do I say this? I've moved my sacrificial stone here and put it on one of the... Somebody's having a lie down. Are you feeling all right, madam? Do you need some treatment? I put this... What is this? There's like a Zamorian thing. How do we... Is it stages? Oh, God. Trying to find things. Trying to work out what it would come under. I forget now. I forget where it is. Anyway, it was like in the DLC. It was in a bazaar thing. There was like a Zamorian kind of tent, this like stage, and probably like one of the fancy thrones as well. I just kind of thought that would look quite cool underneath the sacrificial stone, you know, for the runoff from it. You know, when we do the what do we call it? The water, excess water removal system. You know what I mean? The water's kind of like a red colour. Anyway, so yes, I thought we'd put that there. I've moved our sorcery bench here. We did level sorcery all the way a couple of streams ago. So this now is really just mostly decorative, I guess, because we don't need to do much more with it. I am keeping my pouches in there in case I need those. I just placed this like war doctor, I don't know what it is. This was in the bazaar as well, given to me by Funcom. So there you go, bit of decoration. And then the Stygian War Doctor workbench, which is kind of cool. It stores your heals. I don't think it... Yeah, all it'll store is potions and healing wraps and stuff like that, which I love this kind of concept. And if there's any areas of the game where they haven't got this type of box, I'd like them to add them. And then I'd also like them to make them purchasable for people who didn't get them originally, you know, because there are a bunch of boxes upstairs. This isn't Teeny Tiny Moth, don't mess with me. There's a bunch of boxes upstairs which are quite useful, these things here, because you can only put like flowers and seeds and stuff in them. This you can only put like wood products in. Very handy, because then you just go quick stack, give all, and you could just kind of run around mindlessly. Obviously I need to take my aloe leaves, you know, I can't be without my aloe leaves. You just go around mindlessly kind of doing quick stack, give all, and then you don't have to worry about sorting out your stuff. It's just much easier for inventory management. So I haven't seen these returned at all from when they were in the battle pass. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. This one is also a skinning thing for like any hides, so I just think they're really handy. Just makes putting stuff away a lot less of a chore. Okay, so that's our workshop. I don't know if I've missed anything out. What have I got on the other side over there? Oh, I made the dyer's bench. There you go. So these days, if you want to dye your items, you can't just do it in your inventory anymore. They wanted to justify the existence of a dyer's bench because they'd made one. It's quite nice because you can use it to craft all your dyes, which is wonderful. And there's so many different dyes in the game these days. There weren't this many when I started playing. But now if you want to dye something, you have to put it in there. You have to like drag it to there and then dye it, and then whichever dyes you've got in the bench you can apply and whatnot. I'm not super keen on it. I mean, because I think a large part of this game, not a large part of it, but a normal part of this game was always finding dyes around the world, because you still find them around the world, and then just as you're running about you can just kind of apply them to your armor and change them out. Now you've got to have this bench, which I don't know, I have mixed feelings about. I don't know about you guys, peeps. There you go. Happy Friday. Welcome everybody joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. People are in funny moods today. Goodness me. Skipping the intro can be done with mods, but I found it easier to rename the folder as the video footage. Did you? Yeah. Just fatal crash in life. Every morning 404 brain not found. Relatable, honestly. Yes. Just the ones on your server. Yes, the mods on your servers. Okay. Yeah, so I'm aware that you can skip the intro with mods. Why don't I don't do it, because whenever I start a new playthrough, I always when I start a new playthrough, I like to have the intro play after we create the character, and I just want to make sure that that does play, because it's such a big part of my like day one videos that I really like. So I don't know if you can choose which things that you skip or not. I also think it's useful to know if something's broken. So I guess that's it. I'm just going to suffer for science. What's wrong with there you go? I don't know, Noki. I just say it so much. And when I'm editing, I say it a lot. I say it like at the end of a sentence to kind of create a little like full stop or period at the end of a sentence. And when I'm editing, I hear myself say it and I'm like, oh my God, woman. I also like things like, I cut out quite a lot in my videos and things like that. Yeah. And there's nothing like editing yourself to make you get annoyed with your like things that you say. No one else has complained about there you go. I'm complaining about there you go. So there you go. Sacrifices have never been so fancy. There you go. Oh, you see? Jesus Christ, people. Oh, I'm in like a weird loop. Yes, drops on Twitch at the moment is the Blood Crystal Katana and exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice, excluding Sitzer now, but we've got all the other ones. So yes, I'm not going to say there you go. I need give me another phrase, people. Oh, they made the dyer's bench compulsory, but it can't store all the colours and requisite materials at once. Yeah. So I guess you kind of need some benches and boxes nearby with your ingredients. Oh, people. What are we going to do, eh? Smokebeard is counting. Oh, you're counting the there you goes. Is that what you're counting? Oh, gosh. Editing out I can... Yeah. I'll try and think of all the other things that I edit out. Yeah. Oh, 14. It's too many. So the thing is, I never used to say it all the time, and now I say it all the time, and it's starting to really bug me. Yep. It's like a tick or something. It's part of the conversation. I like how to say you go, it's part of the conversation. Yeah. Bless your hearts. Paging for there you go, bot. Oh gosh, yes. Yeah. Oh well, friendos, what are we going to do, hey? What we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to lean into it, and then eventually I'll get out of the habit. I think that's probably what we'll do, because I already have so many things I've got to focus on when I'm streaming. Okay. Trying not to say it. There you go. So we've got the diamond bench. Oh dear, friendos. I can't help myself. So what do we want to do today after this incredibly long introduction to the game? Leonil has been somewhat improved quality of life. When I say that, usually I make amendments to certain proportions, but Leonil is blessed by the gods and doesn't really need any proportion changes. Certainly in the upstairs area. I did adjust some of the regular kind of things with improved quality of life mods just to give her a bit more of a proportionate shape. So she's here blessing us with her presence. Her face, so one of the interesting things about the named dancers and just like named crafters, things like that, Leonil always has a specific kind of look. Like she always has the same hair. She's, by the way, a named dancer from the Sumerian Mans of the Dead. She's a fantastic dancer, always very good. Good HP, good damage, a good one to kind of, get if you can. She's quite well sought after, so on servers there's a bit of competition to get her, and she doesn't spawn super frequently. She has a number of spawn points. While we're on it, I may as well tell you. She does spawn in Mans of the Dead. One of the entrance mounds, this one, question mark? Yes. These are the two main mounds, which I think they are, if I'm looking from the right direction. Then it's this one. I don't know, we'll show you. Maybe we'll go there later. And then she also spawns up at Stargazer's Crest. So, yes. Try not to say there you go. What I have to say it. There you go. So, yeah, her face wasn't quite... I don't know. She didn't have a... She wasn't blessed in the face... in the facial kind of, like, department. So I did change some things. I gave her nose a bit of a tweakment. And changed maybe her mouth slightly. So I think she's a bit prettier now. I don't know, some people won't care about these things, but as someone who used to, like, collect dancers like Pokemon back in the day, it matters to me. You get a Leonil, you want it to be a good example. So there you go, she's, like, a fantastic example of a Leonil now. What else did I want to tell you about? So, I would like to continue our Lufay quests. I have turned off, voice in the game, because obviously he'd be, like, banging on, trying to get our attention. I would like to, now that we're level 60, we've got our good benches and things like that. I'd like to make I'd like to make our good armor. So I'd like to do the expert and then master armorer journeys, so that we can make our perfected heavy armor, which is probably going to be what we're going to wear for the rest of the playthrough. So I'd like to do those journeys today. Yes, we might do it first. Shall we do it first? Should we do something kind of fun first? Let's go to the Unnamed City with our berserker, see if we can get some weapons and things, because I've been chatting on for way too long. And then we'll do like Freya and Lufay situations. So who do I have to take with me? Let's take our berserker. Dun, 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 dun. Now, fortunately, in this playthrough, I have already gotten my Riptide Spear, which is incredible. Like second unfriending of the bat boss in the Unnamed City, and we've already got our Riptide Spear, which is fantastic. I'm just giving her a buff with the cooked pork rinds. I just have to transfer it to her inventory, and she'll help herself to one, and it'll give her a 25% strength damage buff. At this stage of the game, I really would normally be giving her triple buffs for food, so I would give her cooked pork rinds, which you just kind of put the pork in the campfire and it'll just cook into that. Salted pork, which you bake in the stove. And then what else? And then I would usually give her a potion, like the elixir of might, grey lotus potion, black lotus potion. They all give strength buffs. There are probably some others I'm not thinking of right now. So I'd usually give her like a triple sort of damage buff, especially for like farming the bosses and things like that, because it just makes the job quicker. Yes, so I'll be doing that next. Probably we'll track the kind of cooking journey. This one here. I did put a... Are you following me, friendo? Yeah. I did put a stove... Excuse me. Did put a stove in our tavern bar. And we've got a friendo behind here. And now they have this lovely animation. Sorry, friendos, it's quite busy in here. Now they have this lovely animation, which I find quite peaceful and relaxing. He'll like operate the little, I don't know if you can hear his little tap, tap, tap. He'll operate the little pot. Oh, the cat wants to go out. 1 second. I'll leave you with that view for 1 sec. Hold on. Yes, where was I? Yes, and now there's an animation anyway, which I really like. So we'll use that to cook any food, like fancy foods. I did change the walls here. There's a door here before, and this was a bit higher. And I thought just in order to kind of make it flow a bit better, I would remove that kind of like separation. So these are all kind of like a mixture of tavern patrons and our own staff. I do periodically just kind of hire people. I think I just hired this lady like off stream. Good to have some gold coins laying around next to your tavern. And she's operating this Turanian stove, which was in the bazaar at some point. It's one of my favourite cooking kind of decorative things. But I do really like this like alfresco situation here. It's nice and sunny. Feels kind of cozy, in spite of it being like open air. Just have a little look at our friendos. What are you? Singaran Fighter. Smelted tier 2. Armor tier 3. We already have a shield right on this playthrough, so we're not going to get that one. And a dancer tier 2. Ah, yes. So I didn't show you the alchemy stuff, I guess. Because these are quite large pieces, generally speaking, I would put them in my main workshop. But I thought they would fit reasonably well with like the tavern and just general kind of cooking area. So I put our precision alchemist bench here and our precision fireball cauldron over here. And I've got my crafting ingredients next to it. And then I've got some aloe next to it in case I want to craft better potions later, which I will want to. And then all of these like flowers and things. And then fridges. Yes, I did add a couple more fridges. So these are preservation boxes we made last stream. And then we've got a bit of ice in them. And the ice basically completely stops the decay timer for anything that can have its decay timer stopped. So things like Heart of a Hero, and I think Potions of Bestial Memory can no longer have their... Certainly the Heart of a Hero shouldn't have its timer paused anymore, I don't believe. I used to have fridges full of them. Oh, so many words. Inns are awesome. Mine and Sipta brought in an Edgesmith a couple of weeks ago. That's so cool. Goodness me. Always pork your thralls, people. Absolutely. Definitely. Hello, Merlin Chalk. Hello. Welcome to the recent update to the tavern. I'm getting less NPCs showing up. Are you? Interesting. You mean just fewer people generally? Do you think maybe they're working on the lag caused by the taverns, perhaps? Because we did have people kind of hovering in the sky, didn't we, at one point? I really like it. I think it's a great function, feature, and all that palaver. Okay, so I've got my friendo. Let's just go do some Unnamed City while I, gather myself. So I'm going to use my Doom Hammer. I've got my Glimmer Moon Axe, my Grim Daggers. I don't need to carry twine with me. Let's put that in Tanner's bench. She's got the Hanneman's Gadder, which is a huge damage boosting weapon. I haven't got any mod on it yet. I'm going to save it for the master weapon fitting that we'll get from the Warmaker dungeon. Yes. Oh, I did make a set of tools because we got some star metal last stream. I made a star metal cleaver, star metal pickaxe, and a star metal skinning knife, which I then applied a advanced tool upgrade kit, which you craft in your Tinkerer's bench. And currently that's the best buff now that I can put on these things. I can make oils of bounty but once they run out, you have to craft them with fragments of power and oil. And once they run out, it does break the tool, and it's just not really worth it. You also don't get very much time because they're timed kind of items. So advanced tool upgrade kit is perfectly fine for me. Plus I have 2 times harvesting on my game. The Blackblood sickle we picked up from Binyak and Seal, which is up here. There you go, up here on the map. There's a bat boss who is in a cold cave. If you unfriend him on cooldown, every 15 minutes you'll get 1 or 2 legendary tools. But bear in mind, they're not repairable. So there you go. Okay, let's go to the Unnamed City. And, we can go from this way because we've got a map room. Let me take Doom Friendo with me. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. But, you know, I probably am. Don't need the dye. Let's leave the dye in here just for now. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. So I think I've attuned the obelisk for the Unnamed City. It's so nice to have the map room on the roof. I just love doing this. Yellow for the Unnamed City. Let's go, friendos. Oh. Tavern is mostly filled with my thralls, maybe 5 NPC patrons. Interesting. Hello, Kevin. Go to sleep, that's it. There you go. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's up to you. Right. So what should we use? Now, I did respec. I should show you my respec situations. I'm not in my final form at the moment. I'm in some looted armor, which I can now repair in my armorer's bench. Oh, the penalty is unforgiving, isn't it? Hold on, friendos. Gotta gather my stamina. Let's get it back up again. I don't remember the last time I died to a horde of skeletons in this location, friendos. My stamina is really struggling. Okay. Alright. We'll show you how we're spec'd. Crikey, Charlie. That was kind of weird. So I did respec since last time. So last time I did have kind of a more even distribution between agility and strength. Because I'm really just using strength weapons at the moment until I get my favourite agility legendaries. Then I've got 3 perks in strength with Combo Master as my second perk choice. Because combo finishes deal 20% more damage. Now, maybe because we're going to actually use combo finishes, that might be kind of helpful here. Because they have reduced the stamina costs of attacks. You should be able to do a full combo with any weapon with just 100 stamina now. Then I've just got 1 perk in agility, just for movement, so I can kind of recover a bit quicker from things. It does affect your stamina pool though, so maybe this is why we're kind of like struggling a little bit to escape from those skeletons. I've got maxed out vitality with faster healer as my second perk choice. And then Glutton for Punishment for my final perk choice. When you take damage, you regenerate the last instance of damage taken over 15 seconds. And then Grit, I've got my usual 3 perks in Grit. This affects the amount of armor that you have and obviously your stamina pool. And then the perks are quite useful. So Tenacity gives me an extra 40 armor and my stamina increases by 20. I chose Endurance. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it helps. I'm trying it out. Usually I do Stout, which increases my armor by 1/5 of my current stamina, just because more armor is what I want, generally speaking. In the last patch, we didn't need stamina regenerating 25% faster because it was already incredibly fast. They have kind of nerfed stamina in this patch, but it's not how fast our stamina regenerates, it's the pause before it starts to regenerate that is the tricky part. And the penalty they have put back in when you do run out of stamina. So I don't know if I really care for stamina generating 25% faster. I don't know if I really care. I might go back to Stout, so I have a bit more armor. And then the first perk in Expertise, begrudgingly, because I hate spending points in carry weight and whatnot. But it should mean that my food and water run out less quickly. Okay, perfect. I talk so much, people. The rolls are brutal for stamina. Yeah, they are. It's the pause. Look at that big pause. Yeah, so stamina generating 25% faster really doesn't... I don't think we really need it. Yeah. Yeah, the pause. Yeah, and my gameplay and a lot of us kind of really changed the way we fought. Did I just completely miss him? In the last patch. Because stamina was regenerating so quickly that we were just kind of just rolling endlessly. Now you just really can't do it. So... Hi. You're better off, like, staying and swinging. These guys drop really good loot these days, the skeletons. Not to really be slept on. I don't really... I hate ending up with, like, 1,000 different things on my inventory. So generally speaking, once we get established in a playthrough, I just kind of stop picking stuff up. Unless it's something I particularly need. You never know, my dear. How's it going? Hello, Margaret. Hello, hello. I'm all right, lovely. How are you doing? Happy Friday, people. Used to roll to get out of combat to recharge my stamina. Have to rethink that with the new system. Yeah. It does feel a lot like it used to. Be a bit careful when I roll now. Yeah. That perk gave 25% less pause. It would be nice. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Doing okay. Glad it's Friday. I'm happy it's Friday, friendos. Seems like they mostly reverse to the previous combat changes. Kind of, yeah. I mean, everything else feels the same, doesn't it? It's just the stamina kind of usage, I guess. Yepers. Thank you for the follows, people. Welcome. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC of your choice for the game, excluding Sipta now. But apart from that, we've got all the DLCs. And I will whisper the winner on Twitch. So it's going to be much better once I can... once I do more damage. I'm not really buffed at all for damage. What I could do is... Do I have a Tears of Galar on me? I don't. I put all my potions away. So we're going to probably need to farm a bunch of world bosses and try and get my favourite agility weapons. So I can do my final form kind of build. But we do have 14 skeleton keys already. Because we've not really been in dungeons much this time around. I don't know why, no particular reason. I guess I'm trying to save the good stuff. It feels kind of good to be able to do combos again, though. So I don't know how much I care to do it, though, with a hammer, because I don't really like that jump up. I like to do like a couple, maybe 3 hits and then move. Because then they turn around. You know what I mean? So I don't think we've done every single... Oh my god, a second Sword of Crumb. Or is it Papyrus? Yeah, Sword of Crumb. I don't think we've done every single boss in the Unnamed City. So this might be the first time we do it properly. I have shown you generally around... and I did show you where to make map rooms and how to learn the ores of like bounty, things like that. Or oils of memory of oils, which is all the different oils you can apply to weapons and tools. So yeah, so I guess I'll give you kind of a proper guide, really. So we have teleported in. If you've watched the previous episodes, you'll know that obviously there's an obelisk here, and where the archivist is. If you haven't already, this is where you go to learn map rooms. There's also a library of esoteric artifacts in there. For every fragment of power you have in your inventory, when you click on the dark library, which is just a set of scrolls on the wall, you will be granted a scroll with a recipe. They're quite good recipes, some of them. A bit like Sipta. Same kind of thing as the tower in Sipta, but the recipes aren't quite as exciting. Sipta's much better for that. All right. So then every single boss will drop a fragment of... I'll tell you where the exceptions are, but every single boss, with some exceptions, drop a fragment of power, either a Grandmaster weapon or Grandmaster armor repair kit. And then they will all now, every single one, without fail, of the ones that are included in this list, they will drop either a legendary piece of armor or a legendary weapon now. The only exceptions to this are, there's a snake boss who's just a world boss, who is located over there, in a building over there. I will show you where he is. Snake boss is just a world boss, and so his loot table is just the same as a normal world boss. So when you harvest him, or her, I have no idea, I've not looked, you'll get just a skeleton key and then demon blood and things like that. Also some kind of glands you can use to make poison for your weapons. So that's one exception. Okay, the second exception is there's a green dragon, which we're going to pass on our tour. And they have basically the same loot as a world boss, as in, so they'll have a hardened steel weapon, they'll have kind of just general bits and bobs, kind of decent loot that you get from world bosses, bits and bobs, but they won't drop a skeleton key, they don't drop legendary weapons, they don't drop legendary armor. Okay, that's the green dragon. And then there is a red dragon boss, there you go, who spawns kind of over there-ish. I will show you if we pass them. They just don't drop anything at all. So I think, like the green dragon, they have the same kind of world boss loot, but no skeleton key. So I never bother fighting the wandering red dragon or the green dragon that we fight down there. And then if I fight the snake boss, I'm just doing it to get the skeleton key and just for bragging rights because it's obnoxious and poisons you. Okay, so everybody else will drop a legendary weapon or a legendary piece of armor now, because in this recent patch, they have changed the bat boss, Winged Death, so that now he also drops a legendary weapon or armor every single time you unfriend him. And he's a favourite of mine because he drops the Riptide Spear, which is an underwater breathing spear. Once you have it equipped on your hands, you have infinite underwater breathing. It is a godsend for things like Sunken City or just harvesting underwater, things like that. There you go. Horse cheese. Still peak combat cavalry Gouda. You like using the horses, do you? Welcome people joining us. Thank you for the follows. Pizza posted. Oh, you're making pizza. At least you can't get duplicate recipes from the library. The old system was horrid. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes. Now whenever you click on the wall, you'll get a new recipe every single time, which is definitely a good thing. Because yeah, it was obnoxious. Although you could get them and give them to your friends and trade them with other people, and But yeah, they've taken away the kind of like. I guess it respects your time a bit better now, the Unnamed City, I would say. Hello, Grail. How are you doing, lovely? Just farm for dragon horns, the red and the green one. Yeah, that's fair. The green dragon and the other red dragon, you can farm for horns and for dragon bones if you want to. I mean, if you're on a busy server and there's a competition for the bosses in the Unnamed City, it gives you something to do while you're waiting for your turn. That's one thing I would say. So the skeleton bosses all share the same loot table and they drop a bunch of good things, including the Sword of Crumb, which is, I don't know, way less exciting than it used to be. It doesn't have a lot of durability. It used to be the absolute best weapon you could put on a Thrall, except maybe Ajah's Bane was like maybe just as good, arguably, which is different than the current Ajah's Bane because it used to buff like strength and stuff like that. Periodically, when I say something, people always ask me why I'm in admin mode. If I spawn something in, I'm going to drop it. Calm yourself down if you get upset. Yes, Ajah's Bane used to be a mace that gave you like a buff to strength damage. Now it doesn't do that. It has an executioner ability, which basically takes the final 10% of an enemy's health. But it is still a fantastically good weapon for your Thrall, or for you if you really want to use it. So we have got 2 Swords of Crumb now. So the skeleton bosses share the same loot table. They drop the Sword of Crumb. They drop Quake, which is a good mace. They drop the Festering One axe, which is a favourite of mine. It's a legendary axe and it adds poison on every heavy attack. Very, very cool. My only thing about it is that axes, I find, take more hits to unfriend an enemy than some of the other types of weapons that I enjoy. And so I kind of really just lean towards agility builds and agility weapons these days. Yes. What else was I going to say? So yeah, skeleton bosses. That's just a few of the things that I really like from skeleton bosses. This guy has his own specific loot table. This is the Brute. He drops the Predatory Blade, which is a very, very strong one-handed sword, strength sword. It is a left-click only attack weapon. So it does a huge amount of damage, but you can't do heavy attacks because heavy attacks won't do anything at all. And anything you see with the Predatory perk does the same thing. So left click only, not worth putting on a Thrall because they won't prioritize left clicks. You'll get the odd left click maybe sometimes, but it's just kind of useless on a Thrall. It is very cool to get early game. So as soon as you can unfriend this guy, also you only have to kind of like run in here and fight him. No one else is going to aggro to you. If you bring a Thrall with heavy armor and a good weapon, it's not too difficult to fight. Make sure your Thrall's got some heals on them as well. And then, yeah, Predatory Blade is a really good one. We've already got one already. Oh, cool. Okay, so he also drops the Shank, which is a legendary set of daggers. You know, I really like my daggers. And these apply a bleed and also a cripple, which is kind of awesome because that will slow enemies who are chasing after you while you're trying to fight. If you're trying to heal up, that kind of thing. We got some bits and bobs. I talked about radium gems already. You can make radium gem torches with those. So he drops the Predatory Blade. He also drops the Gauntlets of the Brute, which is stamina buffing gauntlets, and the Helm of the Brute, which is a strength buffing helm, which is kind of cool. It's medium. It's a medium armor piece. Helm of the Brute, which I will show you, and then I will drop. Wait, what happened to it? Oh, I equipped it. Oh, I'm not wearing a helmet. There you go. So yes, it gives you 6 strength damage, which is really good. 143 armor, so kind of the same as the Nemedian helmet, which is, I guess, is what I was wearing before. I just accidentally took it off. So decent armor early game for a medium piece of armor. 6 strength weapon damage. I'll show you what it looks like. It has like a bit of a ponytail situation. There you go. Kind of makes you look a bit like you've got mutton chops though, which is a look. And a kind of ponytail, and you can dye it as well. I used to kind of dye it white or black or whatever, but that's a great one to get, certainly if you like a strength build. Okay, I've dropped it on the floor, people. Right, so yes, really like the Brute. He's a good one to fight, and if you do a strength build, a Predatory Blade is great. There you go. You can use it with a shield or something. Is she cheating again? Call the police. Call the police, people. Call the police. And also, could you call the police for this teeny tiny moth? Listen, mates, if you go anywhere near my coffee, I'm going to get squeaky on you. Let me have a sip of coffee. Yes. You can do right clicks with Predatory Blade as it does only 1 damage. It's great for kiting thralls if you don't want kill while groupies deal with other enemies. So that's a good point almost there. So the good thing about things like things with the predatory ability, if you don't have any points in strength and you do right clicks with the predatory weapons, you can use them as a knockout tool. If you put an advanced blunted weapon fitting on it, advanced blunted weapon fitting on it, or what is it called? Or an oil of concussion from that you learn from the archivist in the Unnamed City, you can use that as a concussive weapon. I don't particularly care to, but some people like to. There you go. Is the Bat Boss in his... He's not being stingy. He gave me the Riptide on my second unfriending of him in this playthrough. He is, once again, worth fighting. That's it. We still don't have a helmet on, I know. It's fine. I just didn't bring one. Yep. That's cool. Brute is easy to cheese with a horse as well. I never use on-horse, like, combat, personally. Yep. There you go, you can put a blunt fitting on it and use it as your truncheon. That's it. Gave it to me in the first time I unfriended him. Yeah, we've already got a Predatory Blade, I think, on this run, haven't we? At least one. So yeah, he drops it quite often, which is quite cool early game. Makes a huge difference. Very good against NPCs. Shall I do my favourite thing? Have I... Okay, I have got my creatures, my friendo with me. Let me do my solo situation here. Yes, so I'm going to do it solo because I'm going to fight the Red Mother. The Red Mother has her own loot table as well. It's like totally single, fantastic, very good, worth fighting every time you come here. She does have corruption around her, so you can either kite her out of there to this location here if you want to, or somewhere nearby. Sometimes that will be a pain in the butt because she'll knock your thrall into the ground. She doesn't do that as frequently as she used to because they kind of fixed it, but sometimes you'll kind of... It just gets a bit annoying. So I like to fight her over there. I'm going to cleanse my corruption anyway. So she has a very good loot table. She drops the Final Breath of the Red Mother, which is a blue torch. If you see people running around with that and you wonder what it is. And it has about a week's worth of decay time on it. It's a fantastic torch. It's also kind of like a white, kind of bright light as well. She drops the Reach of the Red Mother bow, which is a very good bow with a lot of armor pen. But I think it's like 30 armor pen just natively. Really, really, really good bow. Has been one of the best, if not the best bow for years. She drops another thing, which is my favourite armor piece in the game, legendary armor piece in the game, which is the Dragon Scale Helm. When she drops that, you are set up for cold and hot temperatures. All you have to do is keep it in your inventory, put an armor reduction kit on it, keep it with you. If you go somewhere extremely cold, pop that on, you're going to be fine. And if you go somewhere extremely hot, like the volcano, pop that on, you're going to be fine. What else does she drop? She drops a Lifeblood Spear, which I don't really care for too much. It's a regenerative spear, gives you a bit of regen. I've just given it to one of my dancers. We've already got that on this playthrough. What am I missing, friendos? Reach the Red Mother, Dragon Scale Helm, Final Breath of the Red Mother. Those are the main things that I look for from her anyway. She doesn't drop the dancer chest piece. That's the skeletons. Anyway, so let's go fight her. I prefer to fight her solo because I find her more predictable solo. We're going to see how awake I am right now, and how well I cope with the stamina regeneration. So let's see, shall we? Always roll in. I'm probably not going to talk too much because it's hard for me to concentrate whilst talking. Okay. Three tail whips, just like a crocodile. See, I can't talk while focusing on timing. I'm going to stay under her chest. Again. I want to really wait for my stamina to regenerate. Oh, that stamina regen is a pain. It's the pause. Yeah, so I did press Alt. It didn't activate, just so we're clear. Okay. Wait for stamina. Yeah. So I'm going to ask them. I'm going to give them some feedback to ask them to reduce that pause. I realise they've done it so you can't just do it infinitely. Yeah, because that's way less fun. I can't wait for my stamina to go all the way up or I'll never hit him. I just have to save enough to roll. That's my penalty. You know what I mean, people who see me fight her every playthrough. It's just less fun. I think she's fine. She doesn't need to be changed. But that pause for the stamina is obnoxious. Also, I don't always connect when I'm under her chest. So if you see me hitting her and there's no noise, because I'm inside her collision. I can't get my 20 stack on her. This is one of the things that I do every single playthrough. It's a bit of a test to see how combat is. Yep, I pressed Alt. Trust me. She can't get me while I'm under her chest with the breath. At least we got our 20 stack. Whip. 1, 2, 3. I pressed Alt. You have to trust me on that. Get some hits in. Get our stams back. Rolled, but we got the penalty. I missed my timing slightly. Definitely takes longer, doesn't it? Wait for stamina. Wait for the debuff. Hello, devs. Illy. Wait for the debuff. Okay. Well, there you go. There's another item that she drops, the horned helmet. Okay. So, huge amount of armor value for one single helmet. Lots of durability, 5,000 durability. Okay. Okay, let's get our friendos and then we'll loot her because we're going to be probably over encumbered. So, yeah. Doable, fine. I just don't like the pause. I find it unfun. I think they need to shorten that pause a little bit after you... Look at that pause. It's absurdly long before it regenerates. Yeah, don't like it. Did I bring Liam home? I didn't bring Liam home. No, I didn't. But I do that every single playthrough, and it's a good kind of test. It's a bit like fighting the spider boss for me. So let's use our new star metal pickaxe. Generally speaking now, I will carry around a sickle, a skinning knife, sometimes a cleaver, probably not usually a cleaver, but I'll always carry a star metal pickaxe with me. And I'll just use that for most things, like harvesting bosses, that kind of thing. It'll give us a decent yield. I have 2 times harvesting on, and I have an advanced tool upgrade kit on it as well. There you go, friendos. Huge imbalance because of PvP play. I know. I mean, I have sympathy. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Trying to balance stuff. It's like Overwatch trying to balance things for top 500s and like the regular friendos. I'm going to drop the head. We'll keep that. We'll keep that. We want these dragon bones for... we want the dragon bones for crafting the Voidforged dragon ribs, which we'll get the recipe for in the sinkhole. Keep the dragon horns. I don't know if I really need the dragon horns at this point, but I will use them for crafting. You need them for sorcery, and we've already leveled sorcery all the way, strangely, for this this playthrough. Really good loot. Look at that, grey lotus seeds, sickle, I think maybe night vision potion. What potion did I get there? Yeah, night eye potions that you can craft with the Jabal Sag religion, which you learn from doing the Midnight Grove. I get the Reliable Butcher's off and I carry that when I want certain meats. Reliable Butcher is great. It's not as good as the Maw of the Hyena, which gives you a bigger yield, and you get that from the Were Hyena boss in the middle of the den. But it's still really good. But honestly, we get so much. Once you get like a decent cleaver and you have an advanced tool upgrade kit on it, you get so much pork from like boars. You can't even carry it. I mean, unless you're like a loot goblin and have your Beast of Burden perk. Just my thoughts. So it doesn't matter too much. Yepers. Could be wrong. These things are usually always because of PvP. It will be because of PvP, definitely. But also, they don't want us to just roll infinitely like we could last... Like we were regenerating stamina so quickly that you could just roll kind of infinitely. Now you have to, like, pause. It does make the game feel slower, you know? Just my own kind of 2 cents, really. Don't expose my identity of loot goblins in a breath. That's it, you see? I know my people. No fighter in history that's ever rolled more than a sweaty Conan Exiles PvPer. Oh, bless. Okay, So I'm not too worried about my corruption from fighting her, the Red Mother. Oh, she also drops volatile glands. You need those for making demon fire orbs, which are explosive orbs. If you want to use those to crack star metal shells, you can do. You can also use them for violence as well if you want to, if you're that kind of person. I'd prefer to use explosive arrows or what else do I use, people? Or cull resources from sorcery. Yes, but you need those to level your sorcery anyway as a recipe, as an ingredient, sorry. What else? Yes, so one of the reasons I'm not too concerned about the corruption is because I'm going to, on my way round, I will unfriend this mini-boss who drops the heart of a hero. If I eat that, it will clear all my corruption, however much I have. My daggers are almost broken. I might switch to the shank. I don't really want to because I don't like using the legendaries. Once I get to like level 60, I don't like to use legendaries. I hate those orc guys. I don't like to use legendaries without putting a master weapon fitting on them because I'm greedy for damage. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do now that we're level 60 with the stamina changes. If I can hit this lady. Yeah, the game definitely feels slower. My character feels a lot slower. Now, obviously, I don't have my max agility build right now, which we will be switching to at some point once I get my good weapons. But it does feel kind of slower, doesn't it? There's our heart for hero. So it lasts for 40 minutes. It is an ingredient you use for need for Lufay. Who is currently broken. Da-dun. So yeah, bear that in mind, it lasts for 40 minutes. You get them from any of these mini-bosses from the Unnamed City. They do also drop their armour, which is Silent Legion, which we actually haven't gotten any from this one. But a previous one we unfriended, we did get some boots. Okay, so we're going to go round a bit further, and once we get past the corrupted areas, we'll eat the heart for hero, get rid of our corruption. Sweet. It is slow, yeah. Binding of the Dead. Yeah, Binding of the Dead use heart for hero as well, yeah. Bindings of the Dead are a very, very high durability and very cool looking bindings that will replace your steel bindings, chain bindings. You get the recipe from the Library of Esoteric Artifacts, where I showed you the in the archives. We'll go in there before we go, see if we get some good recipes. Okay. Do. I don't think... Has anybody tried the Dreg since I went in there the other day? Have they fixed the audio bug? Is anyone aware? I haven't been informed that they have. Just thinking about what, getting some early legendaries. Dun. Onwards, friendos. Did it yesterday, still no audio. It's so weird, isn't it? It's the fact that it just goes like beep, and then all of a sudden it's complete silence. Super creepy. As of last night, no, still bugged. Okay, thank you. New dregs bug besides the giant spider. Besides the giant spider? What is the bug with the giant spider? I didn't notice one. Yeah, the dregs bug is the audio, yeah. Still messed up for me. Okay, friendos. Is there a set... is there like a set good agility build, or is it personal preference? There isn't a set one. No, everyone has their own preference with builds. This is a... So this guy counts as a skeleton boss. So when I talk about skeleton bosses sharing a loot table, he's included. Does he usually wander over there? Where is he going? I don't know if I've ever... Have I... Maybe we just usually get to him before that. They changed his path.
Honey Badger's just subscribed with Prime.
Honey Badger, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome in. Welcome. If anyone here would like to join our servers, by the way, we have a Sipta server and an Exile Lands server, which are free to join. There's no paywall whatsoever. And it's 2 times harvesting. Wow, she's getting slayed here. 2 times harvesting, friendly PvE, and modded the same as my game. Just like quality of life mods. He is kicking her actual butt. Isn't he? So, okay, so I've just realised she's not in, like, incredible armour. She's in looted armour. She does have a fantastic weapon, which is the Hanneman's Gather. But she doesn't have, like, crafted armour. She just has looted. Okay, we got the Drunkard's Blade. 60 damage, 9% armour pen, cripples. It's a one-handed strength weapon. Always keep dragon powder. It's expensive to craft, and you can use it to craft explosives. All right. Oh, I'll take this. So can I give you some heals, my friend? I'm going to drop light padding. Don't need it. I'm going to drop the water orbs. I've got so much demon blood. I don't need any more of that. Let me give you some heal potions. You can have those for now. Make some more. So because I have the Better Thralls mod, she's going to help herself to a heal potion. You can access the, how do I say, the interface by pressing tab. And then click on this little tab here. Click on healing. I have my use potions switched on. And then I have the lower threshold set to 90, the upper threshold set to 100, and the cooldown set to 5. Which means that when her health gets to 90% or below, she will drink a potion on a 5-second cooldown until her health gets to 100%. It's fantastically useful. Just means you don't have to like right-click on potions in the middle of a fight. Give you those. Okay. You don't have to babysit quite as much. I haven't shown it yet, so I'll show it on this playthrough. There is a hidden chest up here. Which, if you're in a sorcery build, if you haven't got climbing boots and gloves, you might struggle to climb up there. Because this is one of the reasons stamina's so important in this game. There's a bunch of bits of climbing. I'll climb up and show you where we are in the map. Okay, so this is where we are. Am I in the right spot? It should be the final... No, I'm on the wrong one. This is it. The final boot. I always think of it as a boot. Never gotten far from Noob River. I mean, Noob River is lovely. My agility build is a dodgy predatory blades. Winning loot, only economy and save that I have since launch. Crafting gets for castle walls, that's about it. So here you go, there's a chest with either a Grandmaster armor repair kit or a Grandmaster weapon repair kit. Should always be in there. They're not doing very much damage to her, like 5 per hit, so she should be okay. Her damage is the white number. Tried healing arrows. They were not as good for healing thralls as I'd hoped. They've been, how do I say this? They've had different... They've been changed a lot over the years. That's probably the easiest way to say it. They used to be essential for like fighting any like bosses when you went to the Unnamed City, that kind of thing. Maybe if I wasn't using Better Thralls, maybe I would use it more often. But I kind of forget they exist. I don't know about you guys. I do like them for purges. I like to have an archer for a purge. One archer, it kind of firing arrows down the center of kind of the... I don't know how I say this. Into the fight as much as possible. Just one of them, only with healing arrows. So that there's a cloud of healing constantly in my thralls. Somebody on a roof, basically. And I also kind of like to have somebody firing like noxious arrows as well. To also be damaging the enemy in an AoE. Apart from that, I don't really use healing arrows, and I kind of forget they exist these days. So when I said that there are some bosses who don't have any loot table whatsoever, they're kind of excluded from what I describe as a loot table. This is one of them. This is the green dragon. So you can get the usual kinds of stuff from a dragon, like, you know, cooked leather, dragon bones, dragon horns, stuff like that. And then when you unfriend them, they will have the world boss kind of loot table, so a hardened steel weapon, and then just bits and bobs. They don't drop a fragment of power. They don't drop a legendary. They don't drop a grandmaster repair kits. Oh, hello. But sometimes there is a fragment of power, like right here. There isn't right now. So I'm not going to fight them because I consider them to be a waste of time and durability on stuff. let's get our friendo out there. So I just don't bother fighting them. Periodically, I fight them just to check if anything's changed, but they continue to not have any kind of particular value. They have a couple of babies around them. The babies are quite good to target early game if you want some leather and you haven't made a tannery yet and you don't want to do some crafting. Just pick them off by themselves. There you go. How to check drop. Exclamation mark drops will show you how to like connect your account and what to do. You just need to watch for an hour. Make sure you've connected your Twitch account to your Conan account. You can do that in game, bottom right hand corner of your main menu screen. And then when you've watched for enough time, someone's shooting arrows. Are you going to get me down? Yeah, he's going to be a pain. You should have like a little notification in Twitch in the little mailbox thing, the top right on desktop. And then you'll be able to claim your drop. Make sure you claim it in Twitch, and then you should be able to craft it. You search for katana in the knowledge thing. Here, this is probably easier. You can search for katana, and then you'll be able to see it here. So there's a basic one, and there's the epic one. Yo. That's it. Just a walking trophy. That's it. So some people do like to unfriend the green dragons for, and the other red dragon for the heads. So, you know, if you want that, if you want the trophy, by all means. Yep. Some people like to put those on kind of buildings and things. I did back in the day occasionally. You combine noxious arrows on one archer with a fire arrow and the other you get blast zones. Yeah, I guess so. Must be missing or that work on app using Chrome on phone. What do you mean, sorry? Must be missing that on work on app. Does it work on app? You should be able to see it if you're on the actual desktop version of Twitch. You should have top right hand corner like a little like square little symbol, which is your inbox, and when you've watched for long enough it'll tell you you've got your drop, and you can then claim it in your drops inventory. I don't know any more than that, I'm afraid. But you should have it as like a notification or something. So this is a hidden boss up here. You just have to climb up. Kind of did it without thinking or saying anything. I didn't know about this guy for kind of a long time when I played the game. And then I just think I just randomly climbed here one day, or somebody told me. I don't know, a very long time ago. And it's quite a good one to fight because a lot of people farming the Unnamed City don't know he's here. And so you can kind of get an extra boss fight in if there's a bunch of people. So he's a skelly boss. He shares all the same loot drops with the other skeletons that I've mentioned before. It doesn't really get interrupted at all, which is kind of funny. All the skeletons don't. It just kind of like turn to face the correct direction, and they're going to keep going no matter what you do. It's like a Terminator. I've got to be more sparing with my rolls now. You see, he just programs. He doesn't care what we do. Click on your avatar, and then there is drops and rewards. There you go. Thanks, friendos. Bum ba dum bum bum. So I would like to get the festering one from him now, I suppose. What else do we want? War dancer chest, perhaps. We got Spectre's Bane. Now I like this one. So undead creatures are not affected by poison or bleed. This is a great drop. I'm going to drop it on the floor because I don't care too much about it. We've got space. Let's put it in Doombringer. We can make like 2 full sets of medium like epic armor with that. So undead enemies are not affected by bleed or poison. There are certain things, certain debuffs that will affect the undead, like skeleton creatures and just anything that looks kind of undead and creepy and that doesn't bleed. Spectre coating is a kind of like liquid that you can farm from mounds of the dead. in little bottles, like purple bottles, in this kind of area. So the enemies there will drop it. There are some skeletons around there that will drop it. And it's worth keeping hold of those because you can just drag it onto most weapons. Not all weapons, but most weapons. You can just drag it onto a weapon. It'll go shook, kind of a clicking sound. And then you'll see a little symbol and it'll show that it's applied. And then when you hit an undead creature with that applied to your weapon, you'll see that you get a little bit of tick damage, which increases with each hit up to a certain point. I forget how many hits, but it is very effective against kind of undead bosses. So that is, but the only thing about that is it wears off after a certain number of hits, and then you have to keep reapplying it. You can't keep it in your hotbar, so you have to kind of go, hold on a second, sir, mid-fight, let me just drag another debuff onto my weapon or my Thrall's weapon, that kind of thing. So there's that. And then there's this weapon which has Spectre Coating applied to it, which is Spectre's Bane. So that's very cool because then you don't need to kind of keep applying your debuff to it. It just has it kind of already soaked into the metal. It's just kind of permanent. And so once you've run out, you've got that for 2,700 hits. I'm not going to use that until I get a master weapon fitting because I kind of like it for the Unnamed City. So yeah, we're going to just probably put that in a box till we get the master weapon fitting. But I like it. There you go. Ooh. All right, shall we? Spectre Coating with white blades. Have you managed to double buff? Have you managed to apply it to something already with a Spectre Coating? Bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Dun, 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 dun. Did I click properly? There it is. Oh, it's in my thingy. So this comes with Spectre Coating. Let me just see for science if we can get it to double buff. There it is. This is the coating. So let me hit something with this. I'm going to drop this stuff. If you get upset. I'm just preparing. Ooh, she used the admin panel. Okay, so there's the first application. See, it increases. And that debuff will increase. Oh, so yeah, so I should be able to apply it now. Yeah, you can't apply it on the white blade. Okay. Yeah, so you can't apply Spectre Coating to the white blade because it already has it on. Let me just do a fresh one. Yeah, you can't double buff it. Thought it'd be worth to test. Is that full durability? Yeah. Yeah, you can't apply Spectre Coating to the white blade because it already has Spectre Coating on it. There you go. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say. Maybe I misunderstood you, but if it's already got it on, you can't apply it again. What am I missing, friendos? Do. They nerfed it, yeah. When did you manage to use that last patch? It used to let you double up, but did it actually increase the tick damage, or was it just kind of? Yeah, I forgot to put my helmet back on. We were putting stuff away earlier. Now I can see stuff on sides and drops. Nice. Well, it's working for you. Thanks for helping each other, people. You managed to get 2 per hit, did you? That's cool. Nobody had mentioned that to me before, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, we were wearing a helmet earlier, and because I was putting stuff away and testing some stuff out. It's worth mentioning on stream, by the way. I've had a couple of people comment recently on YouTube videos and on stream that I should put my Nemedian helmet on my Thrall because it repairs legendaries. Now, it used to do that. It used to be the Nemedian helmet that you get from Skittering Cavern, from the spider boss there, and you also get it from... Where else did we get it from? You also get it from the spider boss in the Dregs dungeon. And that is a helmet, I talk about it all the time, but it gives you a karmic ability to repair items in your hands, tools or weapons in your hands, if you take damage. When you take damage from fall damage, poison, heat, being struck, that kind of thing, then if you have something in your hands when you take the damage and you're wearing the Nemedian helmet, it will repair the weapon. Now, it used to repair legendaries, but obviously since an early chapter in the Age of War, maybe chapter 1 Age of War, you can no longer repair legendaries at all. But before that, you could use the Nemedian. So somebody said to me that you can use the Nemedian now to repair legendaries. I tested it before stream. It doesn't do it. So I think it's just old information. Just wanted to say that. I did put that in our Discord earlier, but that's it. So let's go unfriend the snake. This is another creature that I mentioned earlier that doesn't drop legendary weapons or armor or fragments of power, but it's just a world boss. So it does drop a skeleton key, and you can harvest it just like a normal world boss. It's also kind of poisonous. Just gonna let it come to daytime first. Oh, that's what I had on my second thing. I haven't tried it in about 4 months. I see. Oh, never knew the... Yeah, the Nemedian was so fantastic, wasn't it, people? I used to love to use the poison-infused... Was it poison-infused? Poison-infused daggers, which is a recipe you get from the Library of Esoteric artifacts. I used to go around with those, which have very, very little durability, and I'd wear the Nemedian helmet, and in battle, my daggers would be repairing. And then I'd also wear it whilst I was using like legendaries and stuff, and things just constantly repaired. I didn't need repair kits. It was so good. I cry. It was so good. All right. Citadel of the Triumvirates. This is where the snake boss is. One of the snake bosses in the game. It's just a standard snake boss. But there's a bunch of little guys on the ground. Let's use our Glimmer Moon because we're able to see better. It's a legendary axe that glows in the dark. So these guys are going to stack poison on you, even though they're very little and they don't do a huge amount of damage. If you get a stack of poison, it is pretty mean. There's another one. We can let our friendo deal with them. If you have like a forged light hammer, then that's also glow in the dark. Or you can just use a torch and a one-handed weapon. There's another one. What's that poison? Fortunately, they only take like one hit from us at the moment. Right, do I miss though?
Bench 514 just subscribed with Prime.
Bench, thank you so much for the Prime. Welcome. Thank you so much. Got a light-giving sword for the Mantis chest in Spider Cave today. You got Jedi's Great Saber, ? Presumably. That's a fantastic dagger if you don't have the poison daggers. Yes, you can apply poison to your like daggers. You can craft poison using glands from poison creatures, including this lady here. Or, I don't know if she's a lady, who knows. Haven't checked. How's your heal situation? Let me give you more heals and some more gruel, and let's check that you're still buffed. Yeah. If she takes a piece of pork, then it's her has run out. So we're going to unfriend this creature pretty quickly because she's a bit of a thrall killer, or he or they. Bit of a thrall killer because of the poison stack. So you want her to like get unfriended quickly. But our Berserker is doing pretty well. Got to try not to get hit as well. You really want your thrall to aggro her. This is a flesh creature, so you can use most debuffs on it, apart from Spectre Coating. Was it broken? No. Okay. We have had it broken in the past where it kind of like follows this in this weird kind of way. Alright. Now, she's got a 10 stack of poison. She's going to heal up using her potions. Keep an eye on her. Okay, healing is working. Good. Otherwise, we would need to be in there and right-clicking on potions quickly. Okay, so let's get our skeleton key. Okay. Skeleton key. We've got some serpent venom glands, some demon blood. Okay. So in here there used to be a legendary chest. There isn't anymore. But sometimes a fragment of power spawns in this exact spot here. So it's worth checking. Just like some of the other places I've shown you. Actually, we didn't get the one near the Red Mother, did we? Do I not have a torch? Oh, yes, I do. Bit easier to see. Okay, so now that we've unfriended the boss, we're going to just collect some coins from these chests. I can write click F on these. Dun, 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 dun. Always good to get a bunch of coins because we can spend them in our tavern. And I'm not too worried about the corruption because I've got that Heart of a Hero saved. And I'm going to eat that once I get past any further corruption. After the bat boss is a good time to do it on this kind of like path, this tour. Ooh. Wish laptop wasn't down. All this on phone sucks. Yeah, using the mobile app, I suppose, rather than desktop. 56%. There you go. And sets tongue. Ah, yeah, cleanses of poison on draw, so great for snakes. Yeah. All right, out there we go. So we're not getting corrupted anymore. Let's see. Have some water and food. Okay, so we'll fight the bat and then we'll do our Heart of a Hero. Just check the timer on it. We've got 14 minutes. No problem. So I'm probably gonna... So I should save things like this because they're really good. I should save them and put them on a Thrall because they won't use the durability. So I'm just going to use the shank. Because we can get them back at any time we want, really. The brute drops his stuff, like... No, because he only has, like, a few things he drops. We can get those quite quickly again. I'm going to miss out the skeletons. There's some skeletons down there. You can fight for alchemical kind of loot. We'll fight the bat boss over here. I've already got the Riptide Spear, which is, like, my main quarry with him. I'm going to bring him out here so that we don't get any further corrupted. Just because of reasons. Hi, buddy. I'm going to click on the ground. So hopefully my follower doesn't try and fight him over there so we can actually get him out. I'm going to keep doing that. Keep her attention. You see the corruption around the sides of my screen. Let's fight him here. He's so funny, look at him. Let's use the daggers. He's a flesh creature, just like that snake. You can use a bunch of different debuffs on him. Sunder, bleed, poison, gouging, acid. So he's quite a quick fight. And now he'll drop a legendary every time, which is good. We'll sunder with his, like, one of his attacks. Ooh, this is a favourite of mine, actually. So if you're like me and you hate being corrupted, you don't want to be running around the Exiled Lands corrupted all the time, but sometimes you want to do some sorcery. We're on a bit of a pause from sorcery because we're doing Lufay's quest, and currently I don't want to use it until I've completely finished his quests for reasons, because of the perks and stuff. So I do quite like, if I have to go and do some kind of spells, if I have to, like, say if I want to do cull resources or something on a whim and I need to be 20% corrupted, I don't want to have to go and take my sacrificial stone with me somewhere and then you do some, how do I say, special treatments at the spa in order to get corrupted. I can just equip this and it's going to give me about 50% corruption. So I can probably show it to you now, actually, because I've got my Heart of a Hero. Let's just harvest him. The demon blood, bone, bat skin. Because usually I would have my Heart of a Hero after fighting him. So let me equip this. And it should give me, because it's cursed, there you go. So we've got, like, what is that, 30-40% corruption? Yeah, 40% corruption instantly. So if you see anything with the word cursed on it, it will corrupt you. If you see something with the word corrupted, it'll corrupt enemies. But that only really works in PvP. So I'm going to take it off, and I stay corrupted, but I'm going to use my Heart of a Hero and it should clear all of my corruption in one go. You can craft cleansing brews in your stove. What else can you make, people? There's like a few different things. There's also pieces of armor that will cleanse corruption periodically. But that's a really good one to keep. So I would probably put like an armor reduction kit on that, and then I'd just take it with me if I needed to be corrupted. There you go. Corrupted items are fun, yeah. Nothing like eating the heart of a vanquished hero while your thrall dances or your entertainment to cleanse one's soul. Yes, dances as well clear your corruption. That's a good reminder. Speaking of poison, I like the venom-infused weapons. I love the venom-infused weapons, definitely. It's like you're beating up an old man. Here I come, wheeze. Yeah. Oh, God. You have a teammate that wanders off and is both navigationally impaired and blind as a cow. I missed something somewhere there. Just go corrupted stats and not worry about corruption. I don't like to do corrupted builds, personally. I don't like corruption, personally. I'd like to, like, switch between, just for specific things, but you do you, boo-boo, you know. Squirrel indeed. Drop takes an hour. It does take an hour, yes. Alright. Next stage. There's a legendary chest here, or not legendary, sorry. There's a chest here that drops a Grandmaster armor or weapon repair kit. Pretty much I'd say every time. So I always loot it just for old time's sake. It used to be a legendary repair kit back when we could repair legendaries. Those were the days, my friends. Okay, so we've got a bunch of skeletons here. So two-handed swords quite good for like big crowds of skeletons. And axes are good for skeletons as well. Because of the cleave through enemies. We're just got to watch our stamina so we can get out. That knockback, the cripple to slow them down, very handy. Okay, let's deal with the skeletons. There's a boss over there. Who's a skeleton boss, shares the same loot table as the other skeleton bosses. Alright. Got all this good stuff. Black lotus powder, frost lotus powder. Ooh, and some ebony silk as well. We can use that to craft the Black Corsair set that we learnt from Buccaneer Bay. Yeah, I mean, probably a good idea to take all of this stuff, especially if you're new. Grey lotus powder, very useful. You need that for sorcery. You can use it to make grey lotus potions and elixir of might, which are strength buffing. Black lotus powder, you can make black lotus potion with it, which is a strength buffing potion. All good stuff. They really improved the loot drops a little while ago. So skellies are like super worth farming now. Also, like, if you don't get into like big groups like this, they're a reasonably safe way to like level thralls and level your own character if you want to. Though I do find that we just level so quickly nowadays. It's only really thralls I would bother trying to make a concerted effort to level. By the way, is the game volume okay? I increased the game volume yesterday. It's only just occurred to me for a different game. Yeah, is it a bit loud, friendos? Is it alright? It's good. Volume's fine. Good, good, good. Thanks, peeps. Yeah, I've been trying to make it so that when I stream like single player games, and sometimes the voices are like too quiet, and I needed to boost it in OBS.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Dun, 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 dun. War mammoth boots. So these give you a decent amount of cold protection, like a bit of extra cold protection. But then I suppose their main benefit is the carry capacity. How do I say? information you get here about heat, cold and heat protection isn't that helpful, really. If you equip something, I suggest you look in your stats page, scroll down to heat and cold resistance to see how many bars you've got, because that's going to give you the best information. Because sometimes you'll see that it says 2 bars, and it isn't the same as another thing with 2 bars, because it only ever really shows 2 here, generally speaking, for most things. So good armor value, 156 armor value for shoes, 45 carry capacity, which is very helpful. Our Silent Legion boots give us same carry capacity, less armor. Yep. Good durability. Obviously these are like craftable, so that's better. I can repair them once I learn the recipe. So yeah, so let's look at our stats now. We've got three lines in cold resistance here. Yep. So these say 2 bars in heat protection. Yeah, I need to compare it with something else really for the same type of buff. But it's just they really need to improve the cold and heat, the temperature system, because it just doesn't really work that well at the moment, I don't think. Right, we'll get some hardened steel bars because we can use those to make buffs for our tools and things. We could put these in a dismantling bench if we really wanted to, the hardened steel tools, but now we're at the star metal tool level. So we're good. It depends where you are, Rotharon. I started making a video a while back and I got distractified. There are certain places on the map that are absolutely the most hot and certain places that are absolutely the most cold. And you can see, if you have Hostile UI mod, you can see the temperature on your screen, because there really is a big variety in kind of temperatures. It's not just kind of like a bit cold, a bit colder, and then there's like a huge amount of variety. And depending on if you're in the absolute coldest place on the map, you need much more cold protection. And there are kind of specific armors that I will talk through when we get to like the really cold areas to help you kind of protect yourself. You can also obviously use food as well. This is one of those free fragments of power that is sometimes here and sometimes not. When we came here last time, it wasn't here. This is where it is. Just spawns on this plinth. Yippers. Thanks for the gift. Yeah, thank you to Mortal for the gifted memberships. Very, very nice. Welcome, lovely. It's good balance. I can hear you clearly. I can hear the game clearly as well. Good, good, good. Unnamed City is one of the best places to level thralls. It is, isn't it? It always has been. It used to be even better because the skeletons used to give you more XP. I think it used to be like 16,000 XP per skeleton. So now we think we fought all the bosses. Did we do this guy? I don't think we did. Did we? Question mark. Yes? No? Yes, we did. Let's go into the library and I'll show you the things I was talking about earlier. I think we fought all the bosses. Are you going to do this? You mean the Staff of the Triumvirate? Yeah, I would like to. I have put it aside. The only thing about the staff is, last time we did the volcano, he started talking at an inappropriate time, and he was just like yabbering on, so I had to turn off voice. I don't know if they fixed that, so I guess it will be worth checking. Yep, I assume that's what you're talking about. Playing Exiles and building book goal is to unlock stuff and then switch over to Esoteric. Nice. Yeah, there's no character transfers currently. Hasn't been for a while, which is kind of sad. So we're running in here into the archives. All the way down. You get corrupted on your way in, but once you get deep into here, then you won't get corrupted anymore. Okay, boring loot. Okay, this is the archives, and that's the archivist. So this... This is weird. Did you see that? She was lying down. She was sliding around and lie down. That was really creepy. Are you alright, madam? Feeling okay? It's been a hard week. It's 11 PM in the UK. Is Anna getting sleepier? I am entirely nocturnal these days, friendos. Yepers. Yep. Sleeping patterns are completely out of whack. Volcano for soothing. You need 9 heat resist, and the Temporal Frost is all 10. Hate when dragon bosses dump your thralls beneath the earth. Annoying. To be fair, they have tried fixing it a few times. Yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be, isn't it? So this is where you learn how to craft map rooms like we've got on our roof. And then, I mean, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I've already mentioned it earlier in the series. But each of these represents one of the obelisks around the map. And when you make one of these, you can click on the obelisk. A beam of light will appear showing you where you'll go to. And you can teleport. It's really, really handy. And you can use other people's maps on the like on servers and things like that. Speak to this guy.
Do not be afraid, bonded one.
To learn memory of oils.
I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, so we haven't learned memory of oils yet. I don't think I'm going to do it because it's 5 fragments. You can make the oil of bounty, which increases like harvesting yield, oil of concussion, which increases concussive damage, agony, which increases damage, and then penetration, which increases armor pen. I think those are the only ones I can think of at the top of my head. This is the Dark Library. For every fragment we have in our inventory, whenever we click on this, we'll be granted a scroll, which will give us a recipe that we can... we have to learn the recipe, we have to click on the recipe, and then we can craft some new things. So let's do it. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. There you go. You see we've run out. And then we've got all these scrolls here. So Bindings of the Dead is a favourite of mine, which we need a Heart of a Hero to craft. We need a Heart of a Hero and we need a Torturer's Workbench to craft it. So we could try and do it when we get back if we unfriend one of the mini-bosses. So let's learn that. Coloured Candles, Dead Leg, which is a weapon, Grave Digger, another weapon, and also something that you can use to dig up graves on Sipta and on the Exiled Lands in certain places. There are a couple of places in the volcano where there's a little grave and you just get something kind of boring from this map, honestly. Very useful on Sipta though. Okay, Kiln is just a small smelter, nice looking. It used to be the best probably before they upgraded. They made us like new level 60 benches. It used to be really good, and it's quite a small one if you want like a small build. Table Leg, another weapon. The Glasser, another weapon. The animation is like an axe. Throne of Skelos, really nice throne to decorate your base that looks like the boss's throne from the volcano. Venom Infused Daggers, an old favourite of mine. Very low durability, something you craft, which means you can craft it with a bladesmith to increase the damage. And it is poison, so when you do a right click, you'll apply poison to an enemy. Venom Infused War Axe, same thing in axe form. Whirlwind Blades, 2-handed dual-wield blades. Yogite Chosen Mask. I don't remember if that's the one that... Again, spawning it in to look at it, people. Warning. Yogite Chosen Mask. Does that one give you gas protection? Yep. Yep. So you can craft that one. Gives you gas protection. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, and then you can see them all when you go to your... Is it survival? Words fail me sometimes. Go to survival, your survival tab, scroll down to Library of Esoteric Artifacts, and you can see all the things that you've learnt. There you go. Merchant Signs is a good one. There we go, there's the throne, Venom Infused Daggers. And you can see that you can craft certain things at different bench levels, bear that in mind. So Venom Infused Daggers you can only make once you get to improved blacksmith bench. I skipped that level. It's like level 50-ish, I think. Level 30. Interesting. Yeah. You might need like weapon handles and stuff though, so you might need to loot those. Yeah, I always skip out on the improved kind of benches because I feel like, I don't know, because I guess because we loot stuff so much early on in the game, I just wait till we're level 60 to craft the best versions of things. Just personal preference. Right, so let's unfriend a mini-boss and we'll go home and we'll craft the Bindings of the Dead. We also need, we need fragments for it as well, don't we? Well, let's just get out of here. Let's go, friendos. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. get home and we're going to continue our Lufay quest. Just use tier 4 benches so I don't have to remember the different benches. Yeah, I just use like max level benches. There was a recent bug, the skeleton dragon sinkhole uses its first fire breath. It one-shots a 1200 armor, 3000 HP. Sumerian. Yes. I did have... Is that a bug? Sumerian Berserker. Yeah. I have been one-shot by the breath of the sinkhole dragon, I guess. Yeah, it shouldn't really, but... Thank you for that. Is that... So has anybody had that bug recently? I feel like I've seen someone mention that before, actually. So many ads today. I have the bare minimum ads on Twitch that are possible, which means you get 1.5 minutes every half an hour. So 3 minutes of adverts every hour in total, which is the absolute minimum that you can have on Twitch to avoid pre-rolls, which are those annoying ads that you get when you click on someone's stream, which mean that people basically leave. So I have the bare minimum of adverts. If you get a lot of, like, a high number of adverts each time, that's Twitch just deciding to play a lot of short adverts instead of, like, one. There you go. Absolute bare minimum on this channel, my friends. Wait for level 60 to build my permanent... Yeah. Build a permanent base, yeah. What happened to me when I put in that ticket? I was so confused. Oh, the what is it called? The one shot of the fire breath. Chaos, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happened 3 times for me each new game, so I bet his breath now for safety. And it's happened to you instead of your followers, I guess. I'm so glad we live so close to the Unnamed City, peeps. It's so handy. Hello, Tar. How's it going? Happy Friday. People on my servers that I play on tell me that my houses are too big. Couldn't fit everyone's house. So I could fit everyone's house inside my house. Do you have like an entire like tile of the game? Yeah, that's one of the things. If you play on the same server for a while, you end up building big bases, don't you, peeps? Or like multiple bases, or, you know. And a lot of the things that they've designed and put into the game are quite large, and so you kind of need a lot of space for them, you know. Our day at work, glad to be home. I'm happy for you. Your day's over. We had a bit of a collective wine being in the stream today. It's been a bit of a time. The Dragon Breath was supposed to be one shot. I haven't heard that it's supposed to be one shot, and it does seem kind of broken, honestly. It shouldn't. I mean, I would argue that it should not one shot people. I'd like to test to see if these NPCs that follow me are going to try and get into my tavern. Because the reason I put these things here is so that they wouldn't be able to just unfriend my mates over there. I do have a couple of like barely armored and barely equipped fighters. Sweet. Is he even one of ours? I guess he is. My tier 4 cook just coming over just to slay some friendos. Okay. Take the jade key. That's good. Well, yes. So I guess what I need to do is disable thrall use on this. Lock door for thralls. Toggle whether or not thralls are able to pass freely through this door as part of the living settlement. It's currently unlocked. So yeah, if I had anybody flimsy in there that might get into a fight, I'd need to be careful. Because we did lose our named sorcerer because of these people following us. I mean, I could just get off the horse or camel and actually deal with them, couldn't I? You know. Using any Beyond mods? I don't know if I've heard of the Beyond mods. Thank you, Cal. Those are my mods. All my mods that I use are quality of life mods. Can ride a camel reminds me to need to get them out. Yeah, the camels are great because they've got a lot of inventory space. My main game, I'm building my first real base. It's not just a sandstone hovel. Yeah, we've all been there though. I use Galleon and build like 50 to 60 foundations long, sometimes 15 to 20 wide and up to 4 floors tall. Nice. Yeah, the Galleon set just lends itself to large buildings, doesn't it? Cook was like, we're low on meat for the stew. I mean, I'm just here to loot. Yeah, it's true. I mean, we could actually, you know, use a cleaver on these guys and get them into the fluid press to get some blood. Okay. So shall we speak to Lou? Let's put this stuff away first. Let me put my alchemical stuff in my little alchemy situation here. Quick stack. Love that. Now what are we going to do with our glands? Let's put them in here. Ba-dum. So flowers I've got in foraging thing. Okay, and coins. I've been keeping some coins out here because I always, when I'm like in between things, I just randomly see like a cook that I want or Anna or something. I had a comment the other day about this being in the sandstorm path, but it isn't. I haven't been hit by a sandstorm at all. Every time there's a sandstorm, I come and stand here and I can see it, but it never comes this way. So we get like some kind of disturbance from it, but it doesn't affect my tavern situation or whatever. Anything else I need to put in a thingy? I guess I could put the bone meal in my grinder. Okay. Is it going to make me a liar now? I think so. There you go. Right, I'm just going to put the rest of the stuff away, then we're going to continue our Lufay situation. I got to turn the voice back on though, because it just chats away. You see, I got rid of loads of stuff. Dismantled, like I had so many steel knives and things. Put our legendaries in here. The Grim I'll put in there because I'll put them on a follower. Steel sickle will go in here. Don't mind me, madam. You take a break. It's fine. Okay. Put stuff in these fantastic boxes. Has anybody seen these returned, by the way? Have you seen these things put back into the bazaar? The special storage boxes. Meats pack on the menu, boys. That's it. Nice build. Hello, Raj. Thank you, lovely. Notice after the recent patch, the recent crafter floors seem to get stuck in the loop of activating the crafting stations. I had that problem with the cook that I've put on the Turanian stove. She was kind of stuck there before. I've definitely had a couple of things like that. Anybody else? I think I moved her and then I put her back on the bench. I don't know if she's all right now. She was kind of standing there freaking out a bit. Bone broth just got upgraded to mystery meat soup. Beast of Yog for those of us who follow the Lord of the Empty Abodes. It just got upgraded. You mean you just did that yourself? What you mean? They've gotten rid of bone broth? Question mark. Hello, Richard. Hello, people. Yeah, exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC of a choice, excluding Scepter today, friendos. We've run out of Scepter keys. Other than that, they're all available. Welcome, Seeker. Right. I've got some fabric to put away. And we'll do our Lufay situations. The quick stack option is really handy. I really like it. Are we good? Maybe we'll get rid of these reinforcements. So I can use, when I have a tier 3 crafter or above, instead of using steel bars, one steel bar to craft one steel reinforcement, I can use iron reinforcements and a piece of steel fire. It's worth knowing. You need a tier 3 crafter for that. I believe it's only tier 3. It used to be only tier 3 anyway, or above. It used to be purge crafters, didn't it? Remember that, peeps? Okay, let's turn voice back on and we'll speak to Lufay. Should be like spamming me right now. Very quick BRB, and we're going to continue our Lufay quest. One sec, friendos. All right. Squeaky just absolutely bolted into the room. She must have been like outside the door complaining for a little while. Like, you know you're my door person. What are you doing? Okay. All right. Should we do the Lufay situation? So I've turned my voice back on, I think. Yep. Hi, Squeaky. Oh, the door person is so bad. We should fire them, yes? Definitely. What if the Anna get hit by a meteor? Calendra. Yes, that was a Sipta situation. Yeah. I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. It's Kel's favourite clip. I wish we had like my first playthrough of Valheim. Is your favourite thing? I wish we had my first playthrough of Valheim like recorded, honestly. Don't you? It's such a shame. There's so many things from like when I first started streaming I wish we had. I do have some things like privated on my YouTube channel. I have had some things that were private and I have marked for like members on YouTube recently, and I might do that periodically. But I do have some like old videos. I have some old Valheim stuff that I might at some point release. I think partly one of the reasons I don't have them like released is because they were very, very long streams, like 7 hours, and I couldn't edit them in YouTube back then. Now I can actually edit really long streams, so maybe at some point we'll release those. We'll see, friendos. Stuff from the archives, from the vault. Okay, let's speak to Lou. Wait, let me get a freaking helmet.
Please.
Oh, here we go.
Time is short.
I know, your call is important to us, mate. Let's just put a Nemedian on, shall we? Why not? Let me hide it. I could equip a different one with an armor reduction kit if I wanted to. Okay, let's just go speak to him. I think we're okay. I gotta find him first. Hey there, friendo. Ooh, hello. Kushite Bearer Tier 3. I put a lady on there earlier. They've been swapping jobs. I always like to have seats next to my stove. I kind of usually prefer to have them like facing the stove so that people can kind of like stand there and the cook's there and he can like, you know, it just kind of adds a bit more life kind of to your base and whatnot. Got a Tanner Tier 2. I think it's less crowded here because there's more seats and stuff near the workers. I don't know, friendos. All right. Okay, is he on the roof? Is he upstairs? He's blue at the moment. I love our palace, peeps. Kind of glad about how it turned out. I bet he's on the roof. We did see him earlier next to the cooking things. Am I just missing him? I do have a bed around here as well. One thing we don't have in this base is a bedroom. Which I do like to kind of kit out like some kind of bedroom for respawns. I've got my bed round here. Does anyone see a blue fella? Check the roof. Oh, maybe he's by the map room. He was up there earlier. Nope. So they did change it in this update so that the danger music doesn't play, or aggro music or whatever doesn't play now incessantly. And he doesn't seem to repeat his request for attention as much now. Where is this guy? I tell you what, if I try and build something, I know he's going to come and stand. When I was building stuff, I had... Oh, God. Freya and Lufay just kept getting in the way. Where do I need to look now? Do-do. Question mark? Chat. I don't know where he is. I mean, we could find him in the jungle. We can't find him. Was a blue blob by then when you came home? Was there? Thought I saw him by all the dead bodies. Yeah, I think so, but I think he's moved since then. Do-do. Do-do-do. Yeah, he's not here now. I guess I'll just run around the perimeter. He's probably on the roof somewhere and I just can't see him. Bum, bum. Do-do. If we're unlucky, he'll be on one of those little, like, fake balconies. Do-do-do-do. Like buses, aren't they, these NPCs? Just shut the door, otherwise we get followed in here. Oh, maybe by the beds? No? Thank you very much. Freya's here. I guess we'll speak to Freya if we can't find him. How was I supposed to know she was in there? Doo-doo. Okay, if I don't find him in the next couple of minutes, we'll just do Freya's quest instead. I don't know where he is.
Hello?
Shall I log out and log back in again? That old chestnut that fixes like 90% of things in the game. Well, while we're looking for him, should we get some potions as well? Because I'm kind of... I hate being potionless. Oh, they're in the war doctor thingy, aren't they? Maybe we do the potion maker journey while we're waiting, actually, because we're kind of at the stage of the game where I want to be using potions. Okay, let's do the potion maker journey. Where did I put the casting thing? I put it in the main building. Okay, I'm going to have to run back and forth a little bit for this one because I've got my alchemy stuff elsewhere. And hopefully he'll just appear near us. Wherever he is, he'll stay there for like a period of time and then he'll just kind of move somewhere random. Casting, 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 casting. Okay, acts as the casting thing. Put a glass flask mold. Okay, we crafted this here using iron. Craft a glass flask. Oh my god, that's tough to say. We'll use unlock plus to pull in some glass if we have any. Okay, I've got a bit here. Perfect. That worked out well. Craft a glass flask. God, that's hard to say. Oh, now.
I beg you, speak with me.
I'd love to, mate, if I could just work out where the hell you are. Fill a glass flask. So you fill your glass flasks in your alchemy situation. Let's take some of these. Do we need to do anything else here? Acquire gold, acquire silver, grinder. We can do all the rest of it over here. Where are you, blue friendo? Unless he's like in foundations or something weird. So, in your alchemist bench, if you have an alchemist, they will fill them with water, these flasks with water for you. So, and you can put filled glass flasks in your stove to make purified water as well. So you kind of get magical water, really, without actually having a well.
My time is short.
We've all got short time, mate. Your time and place was a few minutes ago. Okay, let's fill the flasks with water. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Stop that now. Stop it. Okay. So let's take it out. Put it back in again. Acquire gold. I've got some... Gold coins don't count. Gold. Gonna be bars of gold, I assume. I think I've got those in the freaking house. It's annoying. Gold, 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 gold. Ba-dum. Gold, 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 gold. I wonder where he is. He's so shy. Hey, acquire gold. We got to harvest it. Oh, it's going to be the ore. Damn it. Oh. Are we a victim of our own success here? I've got to get... It wants us to get it from obsidian, from the volcano. Well, that's a big old pooper, isn't it? Doo-doo, doo-doo. Darn it, friendos. Well, we can craft potions anyway. Let's just make potions. Let's see what we can make. We don't have to do the journey to make the potions. Yeah, by making the benches we get them anyway, don't we? Okay, let's just make a couple of potions that are handy. We're going to go for elixir of grace. Not for me, actually. I'm doing strength, so we'll both do strength. I do have some black lotus powder, so we could do black lotus. We could do elixir of might. That's frost lotus and grey lotus. Should we do this? Should we see if we've got enough? There we go. Let's craft 10 black lotus potions.
I beg you, speak with me.
Look, there he is. He's here. He's shopping at the market. I used to get from blood crystal monsters. We've definitely gotten ore before. Please need to hurry. My parking meter's about to run out. We do not have much time. And it's making a bottle of water. I am absolutely. Just for Godbreaker, and bring ice to the volcano. Yeah, absolutely. We will go to the volcano, no problem. I mean, you could just eat ice. Yeah, you don't need to even have the Godbreaker situation. Okay, so we've got some potion. We've got some pork for you. Let's just buff ourselves before we do anything else. The only thing about Black Lotus is it will make you like a bit drunk for a second, a bit tipsy. Okay, same as her, but she likes it. She fights better like that. Let me wait for that visual effect for my screen to go for a second. Let me buff your strength, my friend. Bum 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 bum. Doo doo. Bum bum bum. Well, we got 20 seconds. Let's start talking to him because we've got no idea if he's going to disappear or not. Let's do it. Hello, mate.
What I am to tell you is beyond belief.
It is the same effect as Jungle and Desert Grog. Yeah. Yep. I've seen many things beyond belief in the exiled lands. Who are you? Pardon me for choking a bit. I'm just a bit tipsy.
I am the true Lufay, sorcerer to the celestial emperor of Kitai, master of the 5 storms, and sacred defender of the many-petaled throne.
The true Lufay? Who have I been helping?
You have been tricked. The manifestation you have been toiling for is none other than the beast we both seek to banish.
The demon? Question
The
mark?
very same. I was lured to the Yothka plant by the devourer and locked within the plant's powerful tendrils.
Hello, Morden. Oh, we'll call you Brian then. Why should I believe you?
Because our foe is a deceiver from a realm beyond time. With eons to draw its plans, it has foreseen almost every eventuality.
Almost.
Hubris is a failing common among the demon kind. It never occurred to the beast that a mere mortal could possess the depth of willpower to resist the Yothka's entrancement, let alone reach out to you.
A likely story.
Much of what the demon told you is true. I did come to the exiled lands to banish it. But I suppose hubris is a failing in man, as well as beast.
Continue.
I was young, but my natural skill for sorcery outstripped that of my mentor. and I was able to do something he could not. Commune with the underworld.
Go
When I
on.
learned of the demon's existence, I became obsessed with learning all I could about the beast. I broke the trust of my mentor and consulted forbidden scrolls to learn the demon's name. Names are power in the demon world, and when I discovered its true name, I believed in my youthful arrogance that I possessed the will to banish it, after stealing its secrets.
Then what is this demon's true name? Lou, if that is your real name.
I cannot remember. Some malign aspect of the Yotka plant's embrace saps me of my memories.
Convenient. How can I know anything you say is true, Blue Man?
Both wisdom and logic dictate that you cannot know anything I say is true. But my research is another matter. Find it, and learn the beast's true name.
How does learning its name prove anything you say?
If I were the demon, I would do anything to prevent you from gaining that secret. Knowledge of a fiend's true name grants you power over it. The ritual to subjugate a demon requires that knowledge.
Where is this research you speak of?
In my dwelling, within a spire atop the Celestial Plaza. Read my research, learn the ritual, and do not forget its name.
Goodbye. Hangs up the phone. Excellent. Can you be my market trader now? We actually need a member, like, a staff on there. Excellent. So can we change Lufay into Lucy Lou, please? Yeah, definitely. So I think we're going to go to the jungle, friendos. Did we drop anything? But oh, I could wear this horned helmet. Should we wear that? Let's do it, peeps. Because it'll give us loads of armor damage mitigation. Let's just put an armor reduction kit on it. Because at this stage of the game, unless I'm like harvesting with my pickaxe, it doesn't really help me too much to have the Nemedian on. So it gives us 312 armor. It weighs a huge amount. Let's just see if I can wear it with an armor reduction kit on it. 612, yeah. Ooh, look at all that armor. Sweet. Alright, do I have any extraneous items on me? I don't think so. I could also buff my agility if I wanted to, alongside my strength weapon damage from my potion situation. I don't really need night vision potions because I have nighttime on like super quick. Let's just pop these over here, that over there. Do I have some bindings? Yes, I do. Alright, to the jungle. Let's go, friendos. Now, we have a map room, people. It's so weird. Normally, I don't make a map room until, like, right at the end, just to kind of, like, show how to make a map room. So, yeah, we do actually have both the jungle obelisks, like, thingied, don't we? There's the northern one, here's the southern one. Yeah, let's go. Quick. Carty is the demon's true name. Dun, dun, dun. Plot twist of the century. You see, I'm glad you agree that Carty is the devil, Grael. Thank you for that. Feel so vindicated. Unexpected twist. Nice saw. Okay, so here we are in the jungle. And then we're going to head over to Celestial situation down here. Excellent. I'm so glad we attuned the obelisks and we've got a freaking map room. We do have to ride back, but at least we don't have to ride all the way to the jungle. Good. Blood Crystal Katana, yes, is the drop. Ta-da. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat if you want a chance to win a DLC of your choice, excluding Scepter. Ooh, get up there, lady. Oh, we didn't really take a lot of damage though, did we? Which is cool. I mentioned this the other day. This is a really good spot to have like a base on like a couple of levels, and you can have a lift going down there. If you can get the lift to work, which I think you will here. But I had such problems trying to get the lifts to clip in our base the other day. I don't know if anyone else has had issues with that. Let me think about this. Do 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 do. We go across. Let's get down first. Do do. Do you like the jungle? I like it better when I can teleport in and out of it, really. So having, like... We need to make teleportation stones at some point. Put them near some NPC camps. Ba-dum, bum, bum. And put some dancers and stuff around. So unusual having map rooms crafted, or, like, learned and crafted already. And then having sorcery entirely leveled already. It's crazy. Okay. Do I have Doomy with me? Yeah, I do. If I was a crafty demon, I would tell some sap that my true name would have power of me, but in fact my true name is Fred and has no special power other than calling me in for dinner. Excellent. Oh dear. Do do do. I have like an oddly small inventory at the moment. It's very strange, but it's so nice when you can dismantle stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably should make a dismantling bench like as soon as possible, just to kind of get rid of crap. Okay, here we are. So I think it's here we have to climb, isn't it? Above this situation here. Yep. Bum dun 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 dun. Okay, I guess while we're here we might do the Palace of the Witch Queen, because we keep meaning to do that and haven't done it yet. It's a very easy early dungeon. Is it here or further along? I think it's above this. Yeah. Question mark. It's been a minute. Yeah, here we go. This is the nice thing about this place, is because you couldn't build here before. This has always been like a no build zone. They can like add stuff to the map. That's kind of cool. Is there enough aloe? I think there's a real lack of aloe, honestly. His name is Rumpelstiltskin, that's it. So here we are, exactly here. We've just climbed up. Okay. I don't know if I... Were you here last time? I remember an enemy. Did they add you? Were they always here, friendos? I don't think they were they? Bum. Okay, so now we've got to find stuff. Lufay's research log 2 of 5. Okay. Dun dun dun. Do. There's one here. 1 of 5. So we've got 1 and 2. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. 5 of 5. Okay. This is a choice for a perk. You can either interact with it or don't interact with it. I'm going to interact with it. I think that should be all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think that's everything. Can you pick up that stuff? No, I don't want to use sorcery at all. I think we're done, right? Am I missing anything in here? Found a journal page. Oh, hello. What the hell are you? Ew, dude. Weird. I think we got all the things. Nice sit in a cage. Yep. So at least we can go and speak to him, I suppose. Hello. Oh my God. I am suspicious. Anna always has much more aloe. It's because I made like a new box and put my aloe in it, and I wanted to have some of it in there to justify its existence. So I'm just as uncomfortable as you are, trust me, people. So let's go see if we can speak to Lou back in his, like, situations. That didn't hurt at all, don't worry. let's quickly do the Pass of the Witch Queen because it's right here. And then we'll speak to Lou or Lucy. I'm not playing on a server, this is single player. We do have servers, so if you want to play on our Out of City server or our Exiled Land server, you can do that by joining the Discord. Look at the pinned messages in the Conan channel, you'll find joining instructions. It's PvE friendly, 2 times harvesting, just quality of life mods, and what else? No paywall, free to play. It's one way to trim your fingernails. Exactly, yeah, perfect. Oof, that would be painful. Oh, I got like the heebie-jeebies now. Oh. So this is the entrance to the Pass of the Witch Queen here. I would say this is like the lowest level dungeon in the game, like before the dregs even. I still have very kind of nostalgic memories of going into this dungeon as a complete beginner to this game and not understanding why I was doing basically no damage to the enemies with my pokey stick. I was like, why am I not doing any damage? But I was like, I was entirely spec'd for encumbrance, I think. I was a loot goblin back then, isn't that funny? And yeah, I didn't have any points in strength or anything because back then it was just strength and not strength and agility split for damage. But it's such a beautiful dungeon, look at it. So gorgeous. Beautiful. Hello there.
The bracelet you wear marks you my enemy.
It's very pretty.
God will protect me.
Get in there, mate. It's a very quick dungeon.
I have survived for an eon.
Okay, here we go. The lasers hurt. A little bit. I mean, did we take any damage? We were a little bit, a tiny bit. They move around as well. If you don't want to take damage, don't stand in the lasers. Looks very good though, doesn't it? Her outfits are, yeah, her outfits are really nice, definitely.
Dagon will protect me.
Makes the same noises as the frost giants, doesn't he?
Don't make me hurt you, wanderer.
Nice.
I was supposed to be your savior.
Come on then. Take your time. There we go. This is the Witch Queen.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I mean, she's doing a reasonable amount of damage, isn't she? For such an early boss.
Let me rest.
There we go.
It is time.
So we've got the key to Rasmus' quarters and a mask for the Witch Queen situation. If you want to craft the keystone to free your character from the Exiled Lands, you do need this mask, I think, as I remember correctly. I do have a full guide to how to free your character if you want to. So it's kind of weird. I find it kind of strange that this isn't on the Dungeon Delver journey, because this isn't a kind of important part of, like, freeing your character, which is kind of the, like, end game if you want an end game. Most people don't ever do that. Because it will delete your character, and if you don't have like a clan with friendos to like take ownership of your stuff, then everything that you own will go as well. If you are in a clan, if you do delete your character by crafting the keystone, if you want to kind of free your character, then you can just kind of start afresh and they can just re-invite you to the clan and you get all your stuff back, but you'll need to re-level your character again, a new character. Okay, so we fought her. The key to Rasmus' quarters, I'll show you where to use that, but I did show you at some point when we went to Sepa Maru, there is a door that you can open using that in Sepa Maru. So you want to click on the throne, and we learn the Lemurian royal armor and some pike and sword situations. The armor is very nice. The stuff that she was wearing is basically that. It is a favourite of mine. I really like it. Nice for dances and things. How gorgeous this place is. So nice. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. That's it. The Witch Queen's Disco Palace. Yes, perfect. Shiny. Oh, shiny. Ow. Yeah. Looks really pretty. Ouch. Oh, ow. Does it have any sort of end game, or is it that you're on this island forever? It is, yes. I mean, I can imagine on that one you can just sail away though if you wanted to, because there's no. Oh. All right. Let's go speak to Lou. That was weird. I was like, oh god, please don't die. That is not supposed to happen. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. I like all this area. This whole area really just is there just for that dungeon, really, I guess. There should be a one skull, question mark. No? Well, the equivalent. He should do more damage and have more HP, though. Why don't I see his HP bar? Okay, 12,000 XP for that. That's a lot of XP. If you want to know why my daggers look different, these are the black ice daggers that we just looted from, I think from a frost giant when we went up into the north. And because of fashionist, I have them just on my little like thing here. Any kind of weapon styles, I'll just put them there. So if I have like a sword style that I want, a bow style, if I kind of put them in these slots here, then it'll make any daggers I equip or bow or whatever it is look like that. And they are beautiful, aren't they? But yeah, we just looted them. You can craft them when you go to the Temple of Frost as well. Fell out the door, I guess, yeah. Does she have a sad story, does she? Ba-dum. This music's so good. Yeah, and it fell from heaven. Yeah, there you go. Checks in the post. Thanks for that. I do the end game all the time, mostly because I love fresh starts. I love fresh starts too. I cannot tell you, like, so you might think, like, the uninitiated might think that I start the game afresh because it's content or whatever. I have started the game so many times because I just love the beginning of the game. So many times I would play on a server for like months and months, and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm ready to like move to a different server now, and then I would move to a different place, different people, new, like, I'm just going like the littlest hobo or something, you know, new buildings and things, new, like, I just liked it. I liked the fresh start. It was really good. Good times. It was yeah, and then I would do like perch hunting and stuff like that, and I would level so quickly. I'd kind of be a bit disappointed with how quickly I'd level. You can change the amount of XP you get for various things if you want to. I don't know. I like things as vanilla as possible, though. That's the only thing. All right. Are you here, Lou? We'll have a chit-chat. Hello, mate?
Did you consult my research and discover the beast's true name?
Yeah, I definitely read the notes. Your experiments got loose and destroyed much of your research. Well, I learned the name Mesomelech.
Experiments? I scoured the breadth of hell to collect those troublesome imps. They were to serve as ritual vessels to imprison the beast within.
Go on.
It is very well you learn the name, but we require one of those imps to perform the ritual.
Oh. Is it okay if I killed them? Those imps must be halfway back to the 9 hells by now.
Leave it to me. You have your own part to play in our dangerous gambit.
What do you need me to do, and are there any snacks involved?
Before the demon calls to you tomorrow, you must find some black lotus.
I will procure the black lotus. What then, pray tell?
Then, when the demon summons you, answer its call. And when the beast bids you place out the devil's bone meal, burn the black lotus instead.
Go on.
At that point, my imp will enter the circle, and we will bind the beast within its form.
That's it.
That is it. We are done for today. Be well rested for tomorrow. You can be certain the demon will be.
That's a crazy and desperate sounding scheme, and I'm not sure I believe any of it.
If delivering the beast's true name does not convince you of my intentions, then I fear nothing will. But know that your misgivings damn me to this mental prison.
That makes me happy. Goodbye. Excellent. So we're done with him for today. Where am I going to get gold? I know I can get silver from the silver mine. I know obviously we can go to the volcano. Squeaky is snoring, friendos. Rasma. Yeah, Rasma's got a sad story. Probably wipe my Conan bases just before Dune starts. I think that will take most of my time. Yeah. How many of you are like planning to take a break from Conan when Dune comes out? Or are you like not first? One for like, you like super excited about Dune, you're gonna play it probably loads more than Conan. Two like meh, not bothered. You're saved. Rasma sure went through it. Wish we could tell Conan all about the Witch Queen situation. Just wind up getting gold out of some corrupted beast / angry high level rockers. We definitely picked up ore, haven't we? I don't usually do the potion maker journey. I don't think I'm ever going to abandon this game, friendos. Isn't there gold on the far eastern side of the map in the northern section? Far eastern side of the map in the northern section. You mean in the jungle? Growing. Silver is not a problem because we've got silver at Sep, the silver mine. Gold is the thing I don't know. I mean, I know to get it from the volcano, obviously. 1, 2, meh. Yeah. Playing Scum right now to let Conan fix more bugs. Never been much of a futuristic current time settings in games. Scum's good. 1.42 not acceptable mutton sourdough. The eastern coast? There's gold on the eastern coast? You mean over here? Or like along here? If I've ever seen that before. I got a bunch of if you like followed me from like the day one kind of like new survival game stuff, I will be doing some more of those. I've got a lot of games to cover. Obviously it's going to be like a busy few months when May hits with the June situation. I will cover, my aim is to cover like any Conan updates obviously, and probably when there's like updates I will probably do fresh playthroughs as well. I don't know how to not do that. It's like my comfort, and you know, those islands, Cove area north of you. Blood crystal monster is usually where I get it before I go to the volcano. So there's a blood crystal monster by where we live. So should we try and get some from him? Perhaps. We're playing both pretty much, jumping in daily. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum, bum. You want to fight?
You don't want to cause trouble here.
I saw. Okay. Right, let's head back. It's a good idea to put like a teleportatory stone next to the Lufay Yothka situation. Freya obviously is just kind of a bit easier to get to if you kind of live central. Yeah. Obviously you've got to kind of go to the north to do the quest for her. At least I guess it gives us a reason to go to the jungle. I don't know. Apart from the vibes, which are obviously immaculate. picked up Conan a few months ago. I'll be here for a little while, unless another game Valheim possibly drives me back in. Yeah, the Deep North is another thing. There's so much. It's so difficult to like plan content, honestly, when you've got like updates coming and you've got no idea really when they're gonna hit. Yep. Guess we'll see. Really, I will be covering the Deep North from Valheim. Yeah. Last time I started a fresh playthrough of Valheim when the update hit for Ashlands. And I don't think there was as much interest in it as there was when Mistlands came out. When Mistlands came out, it was like huge for my channel, which was wonderful, honestly. But I'm assuming Deep North may be a bit more like Mistlands because it is the final biome. This is Valheim, by the way. It'll be 1.0. There'll be a bunch of little tweaks I think they'll be making to the game. They have been talking about that on Twitter periodically. So I think probably I will be able to do like a full like playthrough of Valheim for that. We'll see. I might even do one before that just to like warm up because you know me. Still gotta fight. Oh yeah, the rocks in Valheim. Yeah, kind of cool. I have 45 dancers in a box waiting for me to unlock teleportation zones. Oh nice. But are they in hibernation? Like let me out of here. So anything we haven't done in the jungle that we wanted to do? I don't think so. We did Pagoda. We did Buccaneer Bay. Obviously we've got the Dagon dungeon. We'll do that when I've got my like good gear. That was a weird animation break, wasn't it? Bring a false hope. I don't want her, but I always want to check the crafter. Hello, mate.
You picked the wrong fight.
She ain't all that. You always got to look at no timer dances. You already possess this knowledge. There we go. All right. So I'm tempted to go to the Galleon on the way back. Actually, so we haven't done the Galleon yet. Looking forward to Valheim finally coming out early access. Me and my multiple. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I don't know how many playthroughs of Valheim I've done now, actually. A lot of them, several have to completion, several started, got halfway through and then kind of stopped. Another game I really like the beginning of. Love the new content streams and new games you show for me, but I'm happy playing games I play for now. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you obviously when I cover like new games, I don't expect people to drop what they're doing and suddenly start playing them. But I'm glad you guys like watching those because I do really love like exploring new games and that kind of thing. So I do plan to do a bunch more of that for the YouTubes and whatnot. Would you revisit Soul Mask? Did you not like it? I probably will revisit Soul Mask. I have mixed feelings about it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure at some point I will play some more of it. I just had kind of a frustrating experience. I played on a content creator server and my stuff despawned because it didn't, I think back then it didn't really tell you about the bonfire, or I missed it. You know, that's just really unlikely. I never miss things in video games, right? But yeah, when I finally got around to like building like a little shack, and then I logged in like 2 or 3 days later and it was all gone. And I was very frustrated about that. I found the combat to be quite a lot like Myth of Empires. And I don't know, just certain things about the game just didn't really... I don't really want to talk... I'm going to be a bit cagey about it, but just certain things about my experience just weren't particularly good. And then we kind of did a couple of like streams after it kind of came out, and I kind of talked about my feelings and stuff. There are a couple of videos of that on the YouTube channel. But yeah, I mean, I think it has potential. Just, I don't know, friendos. It was just okay, I think. And it has to really compete with the things I really want to do for me to like play through it. It has to give me that kind of like, oh, I love this, you know. I have to really love something to want to do like a playthrough with it. And it just didn't do that for me. Oh, hello, I forgot about you. Shall we fight Rock Branch? It's probably going to unfriend my follower. Jeez. Louise. I forgot the double punch. Double punch means he's going to do his branch attack.
You! Don't make me hurt you.
Oh, yeah. Put down a bedroll. We're not in our final form with, like, armor. Neither is she. Can we do some assistance? It's a race against time now. Turning him into a pincushion. Usually go back into KSA. Maybe stuck in for a bit. So much the jelly people. That's it. Oh, she's gonna be down in a second. Yeah. Jeez, Louise, I didn't even think he was anywhere near me. So, yeah, one thing about the bow, I can't respond as quickly, I guess. I pressed alt, so you're going to have to trust me on that, friendos. Yeah, I've got to roll really early with the bow. Oh, yeah. How do you like them apples? There we go. Let's get our friendo. Ah, here she is. I was like, hello? There we go. Beautiful. Get our skeleton key and our vines. There we go. Lovely. The tricky world boss. He's not as bad as Rock. Sorry. Doom's like, could you stop striking my leg, please? There's her weapon. She bugged. Is there anything better than the new River music, honestly? It's such a smart bit of music for like the first biome because it absolutely made me fall in love with this game. That music. It's when it kicks in. Timber is like, excuse you. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's visit the Galleon for the first time. In spite of living near it. It's kind of strange. I don't think we've been there, have we? We go. Thank you so much for the raid, friendos. Welcome, welcome. New River is so good. Yeah, it's wonderful. Just like instant peace and happiness and calm. Lovely. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Badum, badum. Do. I might build I always say this. I might do like a watery kind of build at some point, just so we can just chill out in the lovely ambience. Thank you for that, Merton. Thank you. What were you up to? Conan Exiles. Nice. What were you doing? Bum, ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Hello, hello. Happy Conan. Thank you very much. Should we have a quick visit at this place? Now, somebody said that they had an encounter at Stargazers the last couple of days. And then I think Kevin said that the event had ended already. the encounter. I think they're calling the things that kind of spontaneously happen around the map encounters now, and then the things like Headhunter and what is it called? Sacred Hunt or events. I think that's how they're differentiating them. So let me know if you've had any encounters like the ones they introduced in sorcery. Because I'm interested to know. I say that because there was one sort of not too far from here. Hello, mate. We got sorcerer. Pokey pokey, mate. My favourite voice line. Leveling. Nice. Nice. It's called An Oasis of Calm for anyone who wants to hear it again. Yeah, it's wonderful. She's with us. She's following us. Yep. She was downed and we revived her. Oh, you had it just like no minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, did you? Interesting. So have you had anything else? Did you just have the one up at Stargazer's Crest? Anyone had the like caravan event in the jungle? Anything like that? Or the Sepamaru event? Ooh, a named sorcerer. I don't care. We're too far from home. We lost our named sorcerer the other day to some friendos who just turned up at our base. I mean, technically they were following me when I like ran into our base. You know, wasn't my fault, obviously. But they don't really give us too much benefit, so we'll get one, but we'll get one closer to home. We've got our free sorcerer spell page. Not that we need it now that we fully leveled our sorcery. Dun, dun, dun. Don't really care for that stuff. Ba-dum. Okay, so let's go to the Galleon. Da-da-dum. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And a Superman event set today, did you? Got corrupted liver for my troubles. So was it what was it called? Stormsick. Is it Stormsick that you had at Sepamaru? Speaking of watery bases, that new Zamorian Zaf build set mod has really nice pieces for building pools. I feel like I've seen something on Twitter about that. Add it at Stargazer. Ah. Yes, at the Mounds, and Stargazers also at the Unnamed City. Did you? At the Unnamed City? I don't know if I've ever had one spawn at the Unnamed City. I don't know if I want to do Death Whisper Ruins right now. We could do, shall we? We should be okay. Some really good armour from in here. She's still buffed, I think. Yep. She's level 10. Should we see what her perk is? Unflinching, so she got extra armour. Okay. So we're going to be careful not to let her get unfriended again. This is quite a tough cave. So I wouldn't really do it at a low level unless you're experienced and confident. And if you've kind of... I mean, I've got a gear guide for kind of getting all the best gear at day one on my YouTube channel. So if you've got like legendaries and stuff really early and like good armour, you can come in here at any level really. If you're confident to. Put down a bedroll nearby just in case. But yeah, you can get Brimstone. Yeah, this is Brimstone, and you can get iron as well from in here. But Sinner's Refuge, if you're like early game, Sinner's Refuge is way better as a target for like Brimstone, because the enemies in there are very, very, very weak in terms of like HP and stuff. There you go. Two at the Unnamed City, caravan at the outskirts, and a small dragon spawns. I don't know if I've had the encounters there. Also near the hole where you can fall into the library. Really interesting. Since Anna is nocturnal now, she's going to play until 6 AM UK time. No, probably not. But this is like, it's normal for me still to be streaming at this time. Yeah. Had a 7 minute sep. Sorcery requires dragon horn. What dragon should I start out with fighting? So any of the dragons in the Unnamed City, I would, if you want to choose one of, like, there's a red dragon that spawns in this kind of area. question mark. I never fight them, so I don't really pay attention. But kind of in the north over here. You could fight them if you want to, if they're not kind of near any other enemies, and then you won't be corrupted and you can run away if you want to. You could fight the Red Mother. You could fight the Green Dragon if you want to, but you've got to unfriend all the babies as well. So you may as well, if you're going to fight a dragon boss, you may as well just fight the Red Mother because her loot table is so much better than the others. That's my personal take. If you're like heavily armored and you've got like really good stuff, and you've got a follower who's like geared up, like well armored, then you know she's fine. You know. I figure it's about time going after dragons at level 50ish. Yeah, you should be okay. Yep. Hello, Ramses. Hello. Yeah, I mean we've been to Satmaru a few times since the update, and we haven't had Stormsick. And I feel like Buccaneer Bay really needs the caravan event, like always. I don't know about you guys. I feel like it just needs that there, because otherwise it's a bit kind of, you know, a bit dull. This is probably the longest route into this cave. Oh, there. So, like a lot of things, like NPC camps and stuff in this game, good idea not to, like, Leroy Jenkins all the way in. Because you'll get swarmed by skeletons, and being surrounded and pinned by enemies is just really the best way to get unalived. Okay. Come on then. I don't want to trigger everybody else over there. You want to pop over here, friend? Come on then. Usually I go in the other side. If you start to see enemies coming over to attack you, just back out, because, like I say, getting surrounded is not good. I'm not wearing any clothing that buffs strength at the moment, at all. I have a strength weapon and I have points in strength. I do have one potion active, but if I like kit myself out, we'll do so much more damage. And I'm going to be doing an agility build soon. So we're kind of like, we're a bit weak really at the moment. Just want to kind of deal with these guys. We just do, because if I retreat here, I'm going to end up in a bunch of skeletons. You see all these enemies suddenly. I'd rather they aggro to her and then I can cleave from the sidelines. Are they fighting the spooders? There's the boss. Okay. Deal with anyone that's going to trap us first. Always looking for a way out. Where's my friendo? Did she chase somebody? I heard her. He's a bit like the brute from the Unnamed City, this guy. Just a lot of skeletons around him. Where is my friend? Oh, there. No, that's Doom, isn't it? Did she fall into, like, textures? We know we can retreat here. Where the hell is she? Hello? She's disappeared. Barbecue sandwiches? Oh my god, you're making me hungry. I guess we'll fight. And we'll assume she's going to join us in a second. Oh, there she is. Okay, let's play defense, as they say. Okay. Generally, I wouldn't like to be in this location if we hadn't already unfriended most of the skeletons. Which items to move to the surface of the map? Maybe, yeah, maybe. Okay, we got the Executioner's Axe. So my favourite thing to get from here is the Executioner's Hood because it buffs a lot of strength. Oh, thank you, game. It buffs strength a lot. And yes, lots of armour as well. Black hood. Looks like the Skelos cultist hood, but is really, really good. And then this guy drops, so Executioner's Axe, sword, a short sword and a two-handed sword, question mark? It's been so long, honestly. This is the first guy to have the execution perk on his weapons. They've now extended it so it's on like a bunch of other things that you can pick up. But this again does the final 10% of an enemy's HP in one hit. So it has kind of like, it's okay, it's cool, but it's kind of situational. I don't care for it that much, really. If this is the first weapon you get, then it's fantastic. 64 damage, no armor pen, decent amount of durability, doesn't weigh too much, but it's not super exciting. There you go. Hi, Skellies. Just check the chests. Yep, Grey Lotus seeds is good. Some cash. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. You can harvest all the spiders with a hatchet to get lots of ichor. You can harvest the spiders with a sickle to get gossamer. And then you can use your pickaxe or whatever. There's a spider in the wall here. Is it dead? To get all this brimstone. It's kind of creepy. I don't know why that's extra creepy when it's stuck in the wall like that. So we haven't been through this way, but I can generally just run past everybody. I'm quick. Okay, beautiful. Oh. Carpenter. Named Carpenter. So I've clicked flee on my friendo. I want to switch to my truncheon, which is on my camel, of course. Because we don't have a named Carpenter. So let's see. Let's get rid of the low-level people first. Clear the way. Just becomes this ridiculous. Everybody chasing everybody else, like Benny Hill. Let's keep her on flee so she doesn't unfriend this lady. Okay, you stay there. Stay there. There we are. Boom. Okay, now we have a carpenter on the rope. What the hell are we going to do with them? I'm just checking for scrolls. Just, you know, having a little look at my meat people. Where shall we go? What should we do? We don't have any iron on us. Okay, got to get away from these people. Let's go the way we were going to go. I guess we'll take him home, actually, because we don't live super far from here. Cool. Named Carpenter, like it. Sorry, I'm late. Apologies for my tardiness. I was busy perfecting my grand entrance, and now with all the fanfare of a royal procession, here I am. Listens for royal fanfare. I hear nothing. I hear nothing right now. You know? A lot of big words. One-handed strength sword. Yeah. I think they might drop the gold. Yeah, they might drop the gold you need. That's true. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. What's that? Jesus Christ. Bum 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 bum. Right. To the savannah. Let's take a pack. Ooh, Doombringer that got to level 20. Come on, my friends. Yeah. I tell you what, I tend to leave carpenters, like named carpenters behind, or like, especially, I don't know, especially if they're not a bow maker and they're not going to add damage to a bow that I craft. So it's good for us to get this one, really. We've done quite well with just like randomly getting people in our tavern. But it would be nice to take this person back. Bum 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 bum. I guess we're passing the Galleon now. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice for the game, excluding Sipta tonight, randos. I'll whisper the winner on Twitch. Bum bum bum. She's swimming backwards. What are you doing? She's like, I can swim too. Don't trade me in. Do 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 do. Pirate. Alright. I'm going to be looking on the lookout for salamanders. Salamander babies. I mean, I say that when looking at a salamander. Because somebody was asking about getting salamander babies the other day. And when we looked it up, it seems to be that they share the spawn point of, like, regular ones. We have got some Komodo babies. At some point, we'll just, like, convert all the creatures. And then we'll just watch our frames go all the way down. Hi, Croc Boss. Giving the exfoliation is really, you know, very popular. Definitely, it's a really special treatment. Oh, my keyb is like all the lights have gone out on my keyb. It was you, and you still had no luck. Yeah, it did say that they were a rare spawn. We'll keep an eye out for them. And a wash. Yeah, let's make sure we, like, give you a bit of a, you know, through the cleansing pool. So, excellent. Nice thing about the steel binding is you really don't have to think about them too much. I usually have about two pairs or whatever. And then, it's not a pair, is it? Two of them. And then I just leave one in the torturer's work table with a bit of steel. Because we can craft these now, because we do have a named... what is it called? Taskmaster. Dun dun dun. Yeah, belly. Dun dun. Do you have any snackage? Yep. A bit o' pork. I've got insta-taming switched on. Doo-doo. It just means like sped up. Carpenter. Do-do-do. So, oh yeah, I'm so used to putting them in the bench peeps. It's like old habits die hard, don't they? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Sidgin the woodworker. I don't know if I've ever had you before, friendo. We will apply the usual quality of life adjustments to this lady. Should I put you there? Yeah, she's gonna like... Oh no? I'm gonna have to adjust the position of this because she wants to somewhere else. I guess we'll just assign to that because I don't like there's no one in this area ever. Well, friendos, I think given the way things just went, I think we're going to end here. We'll draw the winner of our giveaway. Exclamation mark ticket in Twitch chat for a chance to win a DLC of your choice, excluding Sipta. Thank you everybody so much for all the support on the stream today. Huge support. Like, honestly, I'm so touched. It was so nice of you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday.